Oh, I love it. I go with it.
Yeah, we're just gonna jump right into the deep end and make
Nice.
it happen. Okay. All right. Well, we are live with our living artist today, Regina Mailloux. Of
You
course, I'm
got
going
it.
to
You
mess it
got it.
up after I asked about it.
That's okay.
Who is a New England based painter. New England is in the States for you international people.
Yeah.
Um, and she primarily paints impressionistic, sort of pre-Raphaelite nature inspired pieces. Um, and I'm just so happy to have you here today, Regina,
Oh, I'm happy to
because
be here.
we've been like Instagram friends for a little while now.
I
I can't
know.
remember when, because time is a construct.
I know. Yeah, I was trying
But
to think about it the other day,
yeah,
and I was like, I don't even know how long we've been friends online. Like, I feel like we
yeah.
both took a course with Tanya Bond during COVID.
Oh,
Like, do you
did we?
remember that? Like painting a
Oh,
flower?
briefly.
And that, but I think we
Yeah.
were friends before, like I feel.
I think
Yeah.
so. I feel like
Yeah.
I've been following you for a while. I feel like I think I started following Bryn. I was looking back after I chatted with her because of course you
Mm,
don't do it
right.
when you're chatting with the person. Um, but I think I bought that piece from her maybe 7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a while. And I think
Right.
that around that same time, I found you and I found a few other people who are also very inspired by that feminine,
Hmm.
medieval, like
Right.
dreamy kind of mystique. Yeah. Um, yeah, and I think it was through the collective that she was with for a while,
Mm.
because I think she's been through with a few different collectives.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that's right.
yeah, so I think that's right around when I got connected with your work, and I feel like you have progressed, but like really fallen into um I don't want to say like a trench is the wrong word, but like a track, like a
Right.
path in the last little while where you're very mindful about like the work you're creating where it's very like it's very specific. You don't do what I do. I do eh, bop around everywhere. But I've
Right.
noticed that about your work. It's become very like very thematic
Right, right.
over the years, and that's I say this to a lot of people, but I like really admire that level
Oh,
of
thank you.
discipline where it's like I don't know how you do it. How do you just
Right.
stick on one thing? But you do. You paint little animals, little cute
Yeah.
woodland animals, and you paint a lot of ladies with dreamy
Yes.
robes in the
Gowns.
forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
What draws you to that work? Like, what is it about
Um,
it that you keep
yeah,
coming back to?
I don't know. I just find it very beautiful, and
Mhm.
I feel old saying this, but like I graduated high school like 30 years ago. And so at that time in the 90s, when I think a lot of everybody was born, I was like, the 90s saw a resurgence of like the
Mhm.
pre-Raphaelite, like literature and artwork. Like you would walk into the mall and there was a store called Prince Plus, and they would
Okay.
have all the pre-Raphaelite, like Lady of Shalott and
Mm,
all these really beautiful pieces in poster form, and you could buy a
mm,
humongous like poster of it. Um,
yeah.
so I was a kid then, and I just always really loved that
Mhm,
the romance of it and the
mhm.
dreaminess of it, and so that's just I guess what I'm drawn to create myself.
Yeah. I really remember. I know the phase you're talking about.
Yeah,
And you do not look like you graduated 30 years ago.
yeah.
You
I it's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
have-
Yeah, my husband just turned 50. and I'm right
Oh, wow,
behind him. Yeah,
congratulations.
and
Yeah.
so I'm like, I'm getting old, like, I feel like but I don't feel old yet, you know?
You don't look old. Like,
No,
you
thank you.
totally don't look old. I think I just saw some research about that, like, if you're really into art and things like that, like artistic expression, it tends to keep you in a younger
Oh,
state, like mentally, cellularly, like we just, yeah, it keeps you younger.
oh,
And
that's interesting.
yeah, and I was
That
like,
makes
no, that
sense.
tracks. I feel like that tracks. A lot of the artists that I see, they have a vitality to them because you're never really letting go of that curiosity, right?
Right, yeah, no.
hmm And that wonder, that sense of like the world is new and fresh, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think I posted it on my stories and I captioned it, "Maybe she's in the masterpieces."
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, this is totally." I think that that's true. I mean, there is like the odd artist that you see like they've caked on the makeup and they're making themselves look younger, but for the
right.
most part, artists like could not be bothered to put
Yeah,
on a
no.
bunch of makeup and dress nice unless it's like, "Oh, I guess I have to do this for
Right.
marketing," and, you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
pretend
no.
to look younger. Yeah, because it's like, that's the work over there, don't look
Right.
at me, and don't
Yeah.
talk to me, please.
Yeah, no. It's like, "N
Yeah.
I don't know what to say."
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I love this because I feel like a lot of people who are visually focused tend to not love to talk about it. But when it's
Right.
a conversation, I feel like I get a lot more out of you.
Yes.
Like I get more out of the artist because it's just we're just chatting,
Right, yeah,
and I
it's just a
love
chat.
that. Yeah, I love that because
Yeah,
it gives people who maybe are collectors or whatever kind of an insight without it being feeling weird. I
right,
hope.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I
Yeah.
enjoy it, like, I watched most of your interview with Bryn, and I
Mhm.
enjoyed, like, that, and I was like, "Okay, this is cool, I can do it."
Yeah, totally. And
Yeah,
Bryn's super, super cool. I feel like we could have kept talking if
yeah,
like we didn't if the call in nature wasn't a
right.
thing. Yeah. That's what's so neat because it's like you get into this groove where you're like chatting with somebody and you're like,
Yeah,
man,
about something you like.
be friends for like
Yeah,
ever. Yeah,
right.
totally. Yeah. So it's super fun. Yeah, and so you've been in a few collectives, right? Where you
Yeah.
were and I think that and we were in one together just recently.
Yeah, yeah, just
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, and you were in that one for quite a while. Were you a founding member of and no, I'm
Oh,
terrible with names.
It was Stardust.
Stardust.
That's
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah.
no, no, I wasn't a founding member. Um,
Okay.
but in, like, 2018, they had a call to artists,
Right.
and I had applied, and, it was funny because, like, it was through Facebook, and I had gotten a message, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, I don't wanna look at it. I don't wanna look at it. They're gonna say no."
Aw.
Because I was, like, kinda just starting out and, but they said yes, so I was
Nice.
in it, like, since 2018, but then, like, COVID hit, and it kind of, as you know, it hit a lot of artists pretty hard, and
Good.
we
Yeah.
we had a lot of people, like, back out and, like,
Mhm.
leave, and, I somehow became part of the admin team, like, because I was
Mhm.
running their Instagram,
Right.
um, and then it ended up kind of like a lot of the responsibility was on me, which was fine,
Mhm.
but it's like I also have a job out of the house, like, part-time,
Yeah.
so it was it wasn't really, like, doing well, and,
Mm.
so I had said to the girls, like, last fall, I was like, "This will be my last year," and then they were like,
Mm.
"Oh, we're actually gonna close it." So I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
okay."
Oh.
So that ended up
Yeah.
happening.
Mhm.
And then I honestly had no intention in becoming part of another collective. Um,
Mhm.
like the end of last year, I was like, I'm just going to focus on creating. And it was like the
Mhm.
first time in my life that I was like, I'm not going to like listen to the noise of the internet. I just want to like
Mhm.
do my own thing. Um,
Absolutely.
it was like this clarity. And then
Mhm.
I got contacted by Olga Furman, who's
Mhm.
part of Heart and Soul Art Collective, asking if I'd want to be a guest artist. And like that's never happened. Like I've never been, nobody's ever
Mhm.
like reached out to me like that. So I was like, yeah. So and then here I
Yeah.
am. I'm part of it now. So
Nice.
and it's really great. It's run so well, and
Oh,
yeah.
lovely. And
So
so for people who aren't familiar with collectives and
mm,
auction, because it's an auction
hmm
collective, and this is a very new phenomena that
yeah.
has kind of come about. Can you just give us a little like elevator pitch on how these work?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's run on Facebook, and with this particular collective, Heartful Soul, it's a group. So you would join the group on Facebook, and every month, a certain few days of the month, I think it's the 5th through the 7th, there's an auction with a specific theme. Like next month,
Mhm.
June 5th through 7th, is Tiny Treasures. So
Nice.
it's all art that's under 10 inches. So very collectible and affordable.
Hmm.
Um, so when it runs, the auction, people can bid on the piece or buy it now. And
Hmm.
it's a really nice way to just collect art and
Hmm.
meet the artists. This particular
Totally.
collective is really like kind of almost like a family, like the collectors
Mm.
and the artists all interact together during the whole time. So
Oh,
it's
lovely. I mean,
it's
that's
pretty
so
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I would say finding collectors is such a big part of being an artist these
Mm,
days, and it really is like a relationship. Do you find it hard to do
yeah.
that part? I
Yes,
find it hard.
I do.
I always feel bad. I always
Me
feel
too.
bad. I'm always like, "Hello, dear
Yeah.
collector. Thank you. I love you, but also, do
Yes.
you want to buy a painting?"
I me too. Like it's that meme where there's fire in the background, the world's burning, and you're like, "Do you want to buy a painting?" Like,
That's yeah, unfortunately, that's how it feels, but I feel
I
like
know.
I mean, we shortchange ourselves with that meme because
I think we
honestly,
do.
like, we are as artists, I think artists are, like, kind of the salve on the
Yeah.
wounds, and,
Yeah. Really.
I it really I think and especially I saw that during COVID, people were
Mhm.
really just finding solace in art,
Right.
so, no, you're not that mean. You are
Yeah, no.
you're so much more.
But
You're
yeah,
making people young.
yeah, like my biggest, like I get excited when people, will want to purchase something, like if it's on
Mhm,
Etsy or at an auction.
mhm.
But then I am immediately like stressed out, and I'm like, oh, I hope they love it in person. Like it's like one of those like things.
Oh, and I'm sure that they do because I feel
Yeah, they end
like
up doing that. Like they'll like message me and show me like where they like
mhm,
hung it up, and that's always nice. Um,
mhm.
and I don't know why I feel that way, but I just do sometimes. I'm like, I hope they like it.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like pictures are maybe not even 50%, but maybe like 30% of the
Mm-hmm.
actual presence of a real piece of art, especially because you're
Exactly.
selling oil paintings and like very
Yes.
much like an impressionistic oil on canvas.
Yeah.
Um, and very like I feel because I've chatted with you for a little while and kind of gotten to know you,
Mm.
you emotionally invested in your work from what I can tell.
Yes.
Like very like you're putting so much heart into your pieces. I feel like anyone who's collecting your work must feel like that is imbued into each piece.
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're right. Like a painting is totally different. Like I have the hardest time
Hmm.
photographing or scanning my work because it
Hmm.
looks, as much as you can have the best photograph or something, it really doesn't capture the essence of being in the presence. Like as you know, like
Hmm. Hmm.
just the brush strokes and the way the light hits and
Hmm.
reflects, it's like a totally different beast when you see it in
Oh,
person.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I think my first real experience with masterwork was
Mm,
when I was like 17, and I went to 'cause there's only maybe a few really good museums in Canada. I went to the National Museum of Art in Canada. My godparents took me there, so
nice.
I felt very honored I got to go there, and so that's in Ottawa. It's very far away from where I am.
Oh
I
wow.
think you'd probably like, I think it took us 2 weeks to drive.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah, like it's a long trip. I mean,
That's so,
we stopped and slept in the night. Like we didn't go straight, but it's quite a ways away from and I feel like I need to say that because
mm,
um Americans maybe don't understand the scale of the provinces.
yeah,
We're
I
very
don't
far,
like,
far
so this
apart.
is
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and we would stop at the night and we would like sleep and we would just drive during the day, but still took us like 2 weeks. We did some
Wow.
sightseeing in each province, but yeah, if you were to drive straight from um so Vancouver, where we were, to Ottawa, it would probably take you a week. Like
Oh
it would
wow.
take, yeah, just driving around the Great Lakes took 2 days.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so they're massive. The provinces are massive. Where my family lives and where I live right now, so we're still in Western Canada. I'm in Alberta. They're in
Okay.
BC. It's about 13 hours just
Oh
to get
wow.
back to where no, it's 16 hours, sorry, to get back
Wow.
to the town that I moved from.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, and so,
That's far.
and the Canadians always measure things in hours. We don't measure things in
Okay.
miles or kilometers
Oh, that's
because
interesting.
it would be it was hundreds, right? It's very
Right.
far away. Um, Anyways, so that's all to say, um, I haven't been back since, but when I was 17,
Right.
41 now, 17,
Right.
I had the chance to see a Klimt
Oh,
original
that's
in the National.
awesome.
It was amazing.
Wow.
At the time, I was 17. I thought it was cool,
Right.
and I'm like, oh yeah, Clint. Like, I always thought his stuff was weird.
Right.
And I saw his work. Like, my mom would had lots of like reproductions. She'd always buy like the little journals with the art, right? Like
Oh
the
yeah.
pre-Raphaelite stuff. She
Yeah.
loved the Lady of Shalott, so we always had
Right.
like little tins and things like that with just
That's
pre-Raphaelite
cool.
stuff on it. Yeah, my mom loved that stuff.
Oh.
Um, and so I'm looking at his this piece, and there's tons of people around because it's a busy museum. And I don't know what it was. Something came over me, and I
Mm.
just started like tearing up, and just like
Wow. It really
tears
touched
running down
you.
my cheek. And
Oh,
like there was no conscious thought about why. I
right.
couldn't, I still like to this day couldn't
Yeah.
really tell you why, but
It was
there
like
was
a
something
feeling.
about it. Yeah, it was
Wow.
something about like seeing, and I don't even remember the specific work, but I know it was from his
Mm.
gold phase,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
it was massive too. I think it was nine
Wow.
feet
Oh,
tall.
gee. Yeah.
It was like a narrower piece, but it was huge. And
Wow.
6 to 9 feet, I can't remember. I just remember thinking this man is dead,
Right.
and I'm still looking at his work like he
That's
wrote
amazing.
this love letter to the future.
Right.
Like me right now, I get to see the inner workings of this person's mind,
Right.
and they're dead and gone and buried, and
Yeah, that's
their bones are
amazing.
bleached
Yeah.
somewhere. And I just thought, like, what in the
Mm.
world? Like, it changed my life.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I would still be doing art if I hadn't had that encounter.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that because actually, like when I was a teenager too, so we live like we're lucky to live like 45 minutes from Boston. And
Oh, wow.
so
That's
when I
cool.
was a teenager, yeah, that's cool. We
Yeah.
went to the Museum of Fine Arts and I loved art anyway, but the
Mhm.
one piece of art that I just totally fell in love with was a Renoir. It's called Dance at, um, I forget what it's called. It's like
Mhm.
leaving my brain right now. I
That's
actually have it.
okay.
I have the print in my office, but
Mhm.
it was like you said, it was huge. It was because you
Mm.
only ever see it like, on prints or and
Mhm.
they're small.
Maybe.
And this thing was enormous and the
Mhm.
colors were insane. Like there's green like leaves in it, and it was like almost neon. It totally like threw me off because seeing it in person, it was so much more vibrant. And so I only ever saw it then because now every time I go to the museum, it's always on loan to like the Paris
Oh,
gallery or this gallery. I'm like, I'm never going to
oh,
see this
shoot.
painting again. It's always like
No.
this blank wall. I'm like, okay, really? I just
You
want to
just
experience
like
again.
write to the curator. This
Yeah.
painting changed my life. You need to
Yeah.
write me a letter the next time it is
Yeah. I better
it.
check.
Yeah, totally. You have to like make a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To find it.
To Yeah, I know, and I've told that story about the Klimt one before, and people have asked me, "Well, what piece was it?" And I'm like,
Right?
"No clue,
It
no
just
clue."
like blows your mind.
I don't remember. I remember thinking it was weird, and I
Right?
didn't like it, and then I
Right?
started crying. So,
Wow.
and then I don't know. It's wild though because you just don't expect some artwork to hit like it does.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Renoir before you saw his piece or
No, that's when I became a fan of
okay.
him. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I remember like senior year I took an oil painting class and we
Mhm.
had to write like a paper about like a famous artist and then paint in the style of him. And
Mm.
so my painting, I mean, it wasn't that great, but I did write a little bit about him. And yeah, at
Yeah.
that time, I was like really obsessed with his works. They're just
Mhm.
so like, you know, beautiful and like light and dreamy. And,
Mm.
you go to up close and personal to it, and it's just these brush strokes, and you step away, and
Yeah.
it's like real. It's like
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
I would love to see a Monet in
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
my
would be
mom was a huge
amazing.
Monet fan too, and
Oh, that's cool.
we had prints around the house, and
Right?
I had this cool book when I was a kid where it was like written from a little girl's perspective, and it was beautifully illustrated too,
Oh,
and
that's cool.
it was about this little girl who like walks in the steps of Monet, and so she's
Oh.
like showing what his piece looks like in the museum really up close and then really far back and
Oh, wow.
I still have never seen a Monet in person, but,
Right.
just like you say, getting that experience of, like, getting up close and seeing how work
Yeah.
looks, it
Yeah,
must be
it's
amazing.
amazing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So of all the Pre-Raphaelites, because I love them too,
Mm.
which is your favorite? Like,
I would
which
say Waterhouse.
okay, Waterhouse. I'm,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
totally a Waterhouse
I
fangirl too. I
I love
love him.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I graduated high school, my parents got me like a poster of Miranda the Tempest by him,
Oh,
where
cool.
she's looking out at the ocean and there's a sinking ship.
Wow.
So I had that for a while hanging up, and yeah,
Hmm.
I just love him.
I love his work. I love his
It's
work too.
beautiful.
I have the Siren one. I
Oh,
have a
okay. Oh,
print
yeah.
on metal that
Oh,
I found
cool.
at Valley Village for
Oh,
$9.
wow. That's amazing. Oh,
Right? I was like, "Yes, I'm buying you."
yeah.
And that lives in my bedroom, and I love it, and I kind of, I started doing this large painting that's kind of like a riff on the same composition, same idea, but,
Oh, yeah. I
um
think I've seen it. Have you
yeah.
posted like clips of
I've
it?
I've posted clips of it
Yeah.
because,
It
I
looks
it's
big.
such a big piece. Yeah, it's such a big piece
Wow.
that I've gone through phases where I've started
Mm,
painting it and then, you know, stopped and started and stopped over a couple of years now, I
right.
think. I think it's been a couple of years. And, yeah, but I'm always going back to his piece and looking
Mm,
at his how he just he was so subtle with his use of
right.
color and
Right.
so imprecise, I want to
Mm,
say, like,
okay.
and
Yeah.
that's what I love about some of his work is like I will be kind of ridiculous and want to make everything so tight, and
Right.
then I'll be like, but what did he do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, it's just so like loose, but it still looks right.
Right.
So very inspired by his work, and just the pre-Raphaelites in general. They were such a rebellion from that
Yes.
time, right? They were
Yeah.
just really like going back to that naturalism and
Hmm.
mythology, um, and it was such a time of where everyone else was doing that was old, that was ugh, why would you do
Right.
that?
Right.
And they were
Yeah.
just like, "Nope, we're doing this." And
Yep.
I
Yeah, it's
love
amazing.
that too. It's
Hmm.
so punk. It was
I
like
know.
they were definitely the punk rockers of their era.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I still do. I also like Rossetti a lot. Uh
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
there was a book like in the 90s, but I couldn't find it again. It was like all his poetry, all his writings
Oh,
paired
wow.
with his art, but it
Oh,
was
wow.
like way too much money for me.
Oh, that's
And
fair. Yeah,
yeah, to this day, I kind of wish I could find one because that would be really neat to have. Yeah.
totally. Sometimes you just gotta buy the things, right? When
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
I know it's hard when you're especially if you're young and broke and
Yep.
whatever, but definitely now that I'm older, I'm like, you just gotta buy the things sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. If you feel it,
It's
get
fun.
it.
Yeah, totally. And it's interesting, it still inspires you like years later.
Oh
You're still
yeah.
like, "Oh my God, that thing.
Yeah.
I love that thing."
I still go back to it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find because, a lot of people maybe they just see the artwork, they just see, your sketches and living this artist life, and they
Right.
think, well, like, especially our culture romanticizes it so much, but
Hmm.
there's so much grief, I feel like,
Hmm.
that goes into being an artist, where
Definitely.
you're you're dealing with a lot of disappointment.
Yep.
Right? You're getting, like, rejections the majority of the time that you apply
Yeah.
for things. You're you have to deal with people's, "Well, what's your real job?" kinda
Right.
comments.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, "Aren't you making any money with that hobby?" And it's like, "This is
Right.
just not what I need right now."
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's just so much of, and then I think too, that internal dialogue of feeling like
Hmm.
I'm not enough, I'm not making money with this, why am I even doing this?
Oh yeah.
My stuff isn't as good as that person's stuff.
Right. Yeah. We're
Um,
so mean to ourselves. We're
yeah,
terrible. we're like worse to ourselves than we would be to someone, you know? It's like awful,
Yeah,
you know?
it is awful. So how has that like because you're becoming like a more like you were saying I don't want to say old I want to say like
Yeah,
mature person
right. That's a
mature
good word.
artist yes
I like
you
it.
kind of come full circle at a certain point and you're like no I should not be a jerk to myself
Yeah.
how have you dealt with those like negative things in your art career?
Um, yeah, I mean, it is definitely a roller coaster, and I
Mm,
feel like there's been times where I just wanted to give up. Like, I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, there was one year, and I forget what it was, but it might have been 2023. I was
mm,
applying to like a bunch of, group shows, wanting to get into certain galleries and stuff.
mhm.
And every single thing was a rejection. And
Nah.
it was like really tough, but I don't know what it is. Like, I guess what it is with me is I just want to make art anyway.
Yeah. Mhm.
So you kind of like overcome that hurdle. And what helps me is like if I just get my mind off of it for like maybe a couple of days, and just get back to it and try to not think of the rejection. But it's definitely hard. Like it's easier said,
Mhm. It
definitely,
is absolutely
Yeah.
it is absolutely easier said.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that you go through so many cycles too,
Oh,
right? Like
definitely.
where I've definitely had cycles where I'm like, "Oh, this must be art block." And,
Right.
you kinda, "Okay, well, I gotta do all these things to get myself out of this art block." And it's not art block. That's what
Right.
I've found. I don't think it is. I don't think
Yeah.
that like, it's not a creative block. It's like, um, I can't paint the thing because I haven't dealt with me,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Or maybe I'm not doing something that's challenging me.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Um,
interesting you say that because, like, I've thought that too. Like, a lot of times I don't
mhm,
think it's a block, but it might be something that you're dealing with or,
mhm,
internalizing that might be holding you
mhm.
back. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like some of and I think when it comes to rejection, the best advice I ever got was if you get a rejection and it's for something that you really, really wanted and was
Mm.
like, yeah, you belt yourself up kind of wanting,
Right.
um, was like set a timer and just be sad for
Oh.
that entire time. Like, this is my time to grieve. I'm gonna half an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, whatever you decide on, just cry, beat the pillow, do whatever
Mm.
you gotta do, let it all out, and then go back to work.
Oh, that's
And
really good.
I thought it was really good, and I have done it since, and it has helped me move through that so much faster.
Wow. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
right?
Huh.
Like, yeah, there have been a few times where I mean, there's some prizes where I'm like, "Oh, the Beautiful Bazaar," for example, is like, "I'm
Right,
not gonna
right.
get this. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
try."
yeah.
Right?
Right.
I
Right.
haven't done it for years, but there was a couple years where I was like, "Why not?" Right?
Yeah, and you're, like,
Um,
throwing dart against the wall, like,
yeah, I'll just
Yeah,
try it
I
out.
get it.
Yeah, but then there's some things where you're like, "I think I can actually
Mhm.
get this," right? Like,
Yep.
I see my peers here. I see, I've put my work beside the winning work. I don't know why I wouldn't be at least
Right,
a contender. I could have
right.
been a contender.
I know.
And those things really choke me up
Ye
where I'm like, what? Like, why?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Ma-
Yep, I've been
Yeah.
there. Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. And I think maybe there's a lot of things it could be, right? Maybe,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
maybe you don't have maybe that piece that you submitted isn't representing the whole body of work that you do, which is like
Right.
frequently my problem.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
um, and like it could be maybe your artist statement wasn't what they were looking for. Well, or
right, right,
whatever it is, right? Um, maybe I had unrealistic thoughts about
right.
it,
Yeah,
right? But like
right,
whatever it could be, it just you're not gonna see it in that moment,
right.
right? You're
Yep.
just gonna kind of see red. And I felt
Yeah,
like that's kind of helped me kind of get past that
right.
quickly.
Yeah, I've also like seen like the stats. Like sometimes you'll get a rejection from a gallery and it's like
Hmm.
we're so thankful we had like, 3,000 submissions and we only had room for 10 people. And it's like, okay,
Oh,
all right,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes me feel a little better. Like,
Right. Yeah. Oh,
you know,
totally. Oh,
it's like,
totally.
whoa, okay. And
Yeah.
sometimes like I've heard it say that like um it's not even like they don't like your work. It's just they might already have enough of that particular like
Right.
vibe going on and they're looking for
Hmm.
something totally different. So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot
that's
of things
fair.
to tell yourself, but it is hard in
Hmm.
the moment.
It is hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Especially when it's like, um, there's so much, right? There's so
Hmm.
many people trying to be an artist right now. And
Right.
what that means for everyone is so different. It's like
Yeah.
even just the people that I've chatted with in the last little while, like um, I would say the first couple of artists like Bryn and Alexander, they're very
Mm.
much like realist painters, right?
Hmm.
I think he does hyperrealism, and then she's,
Right.
I mean, her work is very
Oh my
narrative,
God.
but very,
She could
very
do anything.
anchored in realism, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's incredible. And then, oh gosh, no, and then I've had some painters that are very like symbolist painters, and like there's and what success means to each person is so different. And like what a
Hmm.
finished piece is so different for each person.
Right.
And that's why art is great. But
Right.
how do you judge it, right?
Right.
It's tricky, right? That
Yes.
whatever that is for each juror is going to be so
Is
different.
different. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess I guess uh like how you identify your work, right? Being impressionism and pre-Raphaelite. Do you
Hmm.
find that there's a lot of people in that pool that are into that kind of work, or do you feel like yours is so specific, it's so different,
Yeah.
that it's
I
almost hard
mean,
to like find your people?
yeah, I mean a little bit because like for a while I was really shooting for like realism.
Hmm.
When I first got back into art, which was like 2014, I really wanted to paint realistically. That
Yeah.
was what I thought. And then, like a few years ago, I realized I'm like, you know what? This is stressing me out too much. Like
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
paint realistically.
Hmm.
I just feel better when I'm painting freer and not
Hmm.
really um, so into tune with detail. Like I
Hmm.
just feel like I can be more myself when I'm just painting like blah.
Hmm.
So it's just recently that I kind of have been looking more at more impressionistic uh, works, and I mean,
Hmm.
I do feel like there's quite a few people out there in the pool.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
Because
with the romantic
yeah.
impressionistic. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like the algorithm just kind of serves you up more of what you,
Mm.
and right now it's just serving me up like tons of pottery. Like
Oh,
that's all
nice.
I
Oh
see
yeah.
right I, I think I was like looking for glazes, like different glazes one day, and now that's all I see is just like
It's
pottery.
pottery. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like learns like what you're looking for and then that's all you
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's like, oh, you like this? Oh, you're trying to fix your toilet? Oh, well, now that's all
Yeah.
you get is like how to
Yeah.
fix your toilet videos. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess. Yeah, so I find I haven't seen a lot of people doing kind of what you were doing,
Mm,
where it's very like about loose mark making, which
right.
I think I think Morgan and I were talking about last time.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
That's
interesting
cool.
how, yeah,
Oh,
how
it
we're
all
kind of, it's
ties.
like a common thread. Yeah. Yeah, like I know she paints very tightly and her process
Yes.
is very, very tight.
Right.
Um and I've been finding that in my practice too, where I feel like I'm kind of constrained by
Hmm.
this expectation of creating realistic pieces. And it's like anytime there's a construct, I'm like,
Hmm.
how can I destroy this now? This thing
Right.
that I've created for myself. So, um, yeah, I think it's really interesting to see um, just being so comfortable with loose mark making. Like, how did that come about for you? How do you tap into that?
Yeah, so I guess like I one day I just picked up a book on Sargent and
Mm,
he's very,
is so
very
good.
impressionistic. Um,
Yes.
and I just love it. I'm like drawn to that style. Like
Mm, mhm,
so and I feel like I've always been drawn to that style, like even as a kid, like I just really love it. And I love painting that way. It just makes me
mhm.
feel like good and not so stressed. Like
Yeah,
it's like weird. Um yeah, so I just
but
kind of like
he was definitely a
try to
stressed
do
out
that.
person.
Yeah. I try to like paint a little looser and it is hard though. It's like really
Mhm,
hard to go from trying to paint tight and realistic and seeing every single detail to like
mhm,
just painting the light and the shadows and what you see
mhm,
and to
mhm,
even just like blur your eyes, your vision a little and just
yeah,
put down that little mark. Um, but I'm really like into that right now. But I do
mhm,
struggle. Like sometimes I get too detailed and I find
yeah,
myself and I'm like, I have to pull away and then I have to like make a messy brush mark. And then I'm like, okay, that's
mm,
better. It just kind of
yeah.
falls in. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, and I'm finding because I've been trying to do this, like I'm trying to get better at landscape painting. Um,
Mm.
and I have repainted this piece so many times. I was like, I'll just do a quick one. It
Oh
is
man.
not quick for me. I've
Yeah.
like repainted this probably 3 or 4 times
Oh
because
wow.
it's just probably more than that because it's so hard to break out of
Mhm.
that mold of making it exactly the same
Right.
and as your reference and I'm finding that too with just a portrait I've been working on of
Mhm.
my daughter. I've had to undo a bunch of the things that I've done, because
Right.
again, it's like too tight and I want it to look like a painting. I don't want it to look
Right.
like I took a photo of her
Yeah.
and slapped it on a
Exactly.
canvas. I want it to look like, yeah, like having those marks. But I feel like, and I heard this once from a painter and an illustrator who's a friend of mine, and he was saying it takes confidence to
Mm.
make that mark. Like
Right.
you have to be so sure of your own self, and be like secure in yourself to make
Right.
marks
Wow.
confidently like that. And that's really like led it comes back often where I'm like, yeah, this making art is almost not really about the piece or the
Right.
reference. It's about you. It's
Yeah.
about like you being yourself enough
Mhm.
to be comfortable with this mark.
Right. Right. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I found it
I
interesting.
see
Yeah,
that you are more painterly too, and
I
I
try
love
to
that
be.
about your work. Like, it's very painterly. I love that.
I
Yeah, because
try.
I'm
We're
just like what you
striving.
said, like, I I don't want like, some people, like, strive to be, like, wicked hyper realistic, and it's like, "What is
Hmm.
that? Is that a photograph? Is that a painting?" And
Yeah,
I
it's a
I don't
very
want
is it
that.
cake?
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
like,
a
I
very is
wanna
it cake moment.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna go, like, when we go into museums, I feel like we wanna see the brush strokes and all that, like, I
Yeah.
wanna see a painting, you know?
Hmm. Yeah. I think it's a very human thing to
Mhm.
want to be seen behind that mark, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and I love that about your work that you lay yourself bare when you're
Oh,
just
thank you.
making those marks and you're like this is my vision. This is what I want
Mhm.
everyone to see. And that takes such like self-clarity. Like you were saying, you had that
Oh,
moment
thank
of
you.
clarity. Yeah, I
Right.
mean, is th- being an artist, especially today, it's so hard.
Mhm.
People are telling
Oh, it
you left,
is.
right, and center, you're
Yep.
irrelevant.
Right.
It's not just like since there's photography now, we don't
Right.
need you. It's not like that even. It's like
Right.
we have these search engines and they're like better than you. And I
Yeah.
can take a photo of your stuff. I can run it through the and they can like give me 12 of you. And
Right.
like how defeating is that?
Mhm. Yeah, it's not
But
human, it loses its
no,
humanity.
totally. And
Yeah.
I think too that we're kind of in this battle for the
Mhm.
human soul,
Mm.
as
Oh,
artists.
definitely. Yep.
Yeah,
I feel like we're on the upswing though, like, because
hope so.
now for me, like, when I see, like, an AI generated thing, it's like you can tell right away, and it's
Hmm.
just there's nothing there,
Yeah,
so hopefully that's behind us at some point soon.
I hope so. I mean, and it gives you the ick. Like whenever I
Yeah.
see people marketing with AI stuff, I'm like, well, now I'm not gonna go to your thing.
Yeah.
Like now I'm not
Right?
gonna buy your shit. Like I don't want
Right.
it. Right?
Right.
You don't even have the decency to like get a Sharpie and write down your
I
I would
know.
prefer that. I would
Right.
prefer you to be like our market is today and like
Yep.
write down the dates in a Sharpie. I'd be into that more than
Right.
your whatever that is.
Yeah, that fake
Um,
logo.
don't love it. Yeah,
Right,
don't love it.
right.
Although I will say that some, like I said, I was like going down a pottery rabbit hole.
Oh,
I
wow.
found this video that was insane. And
Oh.
it was, this person was, it was a hand with this wall behind it, and it was holding up these pieces of pottery. And I was thinking, how did they put that in the kiln?
Oh,
Because
wow.
it was like an orchid, and then the petals came
Gee.
down. And I was thinking, well, how do you like you must have a pedestal that it's like I was
Mm.
trying to figure out practically how it worked. And then I
Right.
was reading the comments. I mean, I want to tell everybody, like, I feel like I have pretty good AI dar. Like
Right, right.
I pick it up. I feel like I pick it up pretty good.
Yeah.
Um I have 20/20 vision. Like
Right.
I like I can see really well. Okay? I
Yeah.
looked. I watched it very closely. And I didn't I read the comments and they're like, this is
Mm.
AI. This is
Oh,
AI.
wow.
And I was actually like, no, it's not. Like this is
Right?
so
Whoa.
realistic. And I went on the profile and it actually says like this is made with stable
Oh,
diffusion.
oh,
This
oh,
is
goodness.
AI. And I was just
Okay.
like,
Right? Oh,
that's
man.
insane. It was
Right?
so real. The only thing that caught me off guard was how did they do that practically? And
Yeah,
it's because it
seriously.
wasn't real at all. And
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because
yeah,
you know about pottery and everything. You've been doing it lately, so you're probably
I've
like,
been
"How'd
doing
they
a bit
even do
lately.
that?"
Yeah, I was like, "How do you put that in the kiln?"
Yeah.
This was like, "What?" And, it was incredible, but it looked so real.
Oh, wow.
Um,
That's
that
insane.
I actually went to my husband and I was like, look at this. Like, this is
Wow.
crazy. And I'm like, this is AI. I didn't
Oh my goodness.
and maybe it's because I've just seen a lot of the free stuff and maybe there's
Right.
like a paid version where it's just better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I don't know.
but it's kind of scary
Yeah.
actually,
Oh, yeah.
like the level of reality that it's
Right.
starting to get to.
That's doing. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very weird. But yeah, I've been working at a pottery place for a little while and
That's cool.
yeah, it's been a fun part-time job and kind of it's always been a curiosity of mine.
Nice.
Um yeah, and I think you're also like a multi-dimensional kind of artist too,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I actually took a ceramics class,
Oh,
and
cool.
that was
Yeah.
like honestly my favorite form of art. Like it was so
Really?
much fun, so much fun. I had so much fun doing it. So yeah, when I saw you were
Yeah.
doing it, I was like, "Oh, that's amazing."
Yeah, it's super fun because you don't know what you're gonna get. You
Yeah.
really don't. It's kind of a surprise. It's
Yep.
kind of like painting blind.
Right.
Yeah, you totally
Yeah.
have to trust the
I
process.
know. Like I was amazed at the piece you did where you painted a design. Was it I forget what it was now. On a was it on a cup?
Oh,
Like,
on a cup?
um
Was it the pug mug?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was amazed how you, like, painted that on and everything. That came out so good.
I was surprised too. Yeah.
That was
Um,
amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun. I work at like it's called Paint of Interest, and
Hmm.
it's like one of those you pick your piece and then you paint it. And one of
Oh,
the
cool.
cool things about where we work versus other places is we're really focused on teaching people technique. So
Oh,
I've
that's
been
cool.
learning a lot of technique. Um, yeah, so and they're super open with teaching, like
Oh,
teaching me
nice.
everything about the
Wow.
business. So like I've gotten to unload the kiln
Oh,
and
cool.
they've taught me about like how that works and so that was really interesting because I've never had um, that chance to do a BA or
Hmm.
like I never like because I was homeschooled, I didn't go and like learn
Mm.
from like an art course or anything like that in
Okay.
high school. So
Right.
yeah, I never had that opportunity. So it was really interesting to get that like hands-on
Yeah.
um thing going on and so I've done a few different things where I've used their glazes like a watercolor, and
Okay.
my boss is really cool because she'll like every month she's like go and paint something for free. You can take it home. I just want you to paint.
Oh, wow.
And so yeah, it was
That's
she's
neat.
super cool. And so she's like, so I took this plate and just using the glazes that they had there, I painted like a Monet
Oh,
watercolor,
wow.
like the lilies on a
Oh,
plate.
that's cool.
And I was surprised, like
Yeah.
how much like a watercolor you can really achieve with glazes.
Wow.
So yeah, and like the with the pug mug, that was actually under glazes. So that was my
Mm.
first experiment with just doing like illustration on with under glazes.
Yeah, that's
Um,
neat.
yeah, so that was pretty fun, and we've adopted some pugs that are quite
Oh,
old, and
oh, that's so nice. That's cute.
yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of what the all the little pictures were based on was our pugs.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
that's so sweet.
Yeah, so it was fun and um I love doing different mediums because
Hmm.
I feel like it teaches me something, like it gets me
Right,
outside of my normal thing and it teaches me something that eventually helps me in the stuff I normally do.
right.
Um, and I'm
Yeah.
curious if you have something like that. Like, Do you like bouncing around to kind of get that like cross training almost?
Yeah, I do. This is probably the first year where I've actually stuck with just oil painting, but like
Okay.
in the past, like I've done gouache and I've done
Hmm.
watercolor,
Hmm.
um, acrylic. I've never, I like lately, I haven't done any sort of like pottery. I would love to do that, but
Hmm.
I've looked into like, I was like curious, like how much your own kiln would be like, a mini
Oh,
one, and it's like
geez.
so much money. So I'm like,
Yeah.
scratch that. But yeah, I
Uh-huh.
definitely do like to branch out sometimes. It's almost like a reset for your brain,
Hmm.
and I do feel like you go back to what you normally do, like kind of stronger almost. Like I don't know.
Definitely.
I'm definitely one of those people, like I do like to experiment and like try different things.
Hmm. Yeah. I think it keeps that like curiosity
Yeah,
alive.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
Hmm.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So rank for me the ones you love and the ones you hate, mediums that you've done.
Oh, mediums. Okay.
Yeah. Which one do
Okay.
you love?
So
What's
I
what's your
love
number one and what's
my
the one
number
you're like,
one.
ugh, I would
Okay.
never do again.
Number one is oil painting.
Hmm.
Um, I would say after that is probably gouache. Like I
Okay.
feel
Yeah.
like it can be a little similar. Like you can reactivate the paint and
Hmm.
like I, I just find it a little bit,
Hmm.
and then would be watercolor. And then I absolutely hate acrylics. I just I can't do acrylics.
No,
Like
I
it's
hate acrylics too.
it dries so fast, and then
Hmm.
yeah, it's just not the same.
Every oil painter I know is like, no, I hate
Yeah.
it. I think the only person that I know that uses acrylics in a regular practice is Bryn.
Yes.
She uses those and Morgan, but Morgan doesn't like Morgan is not layering them. She like uses them for that more graphic element and she's just
Right.
spraying them down, right? So it's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
totally different. But what you're talking about where you're trying to render something with multiple
Yes.
colors, I hate acrylics for
Yeah.
that too.
And then
They're
and then
just
I also don't like I've even tried like expensive acrylics because they
Mhm.
say
The
more
open?
expensive, yeah, that
Yeah.
then they don't, they're more like an oil paint, and I'm like, no, they're not. They still
No.
like dry different. So
Mm,
if you paint like let's say some sort of a light colored gown, it's gonna be wicked dark when you go back to it. And it's
yeah.
like, that's not what I
That's what I
wanted.
hate about them. That's what
Yeah.
I hate about them. I Yeah, that is one of the my major beefs with
Hmm.
acrylic is how it dries. And I feel like you almost need a different color theory
Yes.
to get the right result when you're done.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think I saw someone doing one of those comparison videos where they're like, "Same
Oh
colors in
yeah.
acrylic, same colors in oil," and my comment to it was, "Show me when it's dry, like, I don't
Yeah.
care what it looks like wet, show me when it's dry," and, like, no one ever does. No one
Yeah,
ever
no.
shows you, like, the comparison after they've dried, because even oils, like, they kind of after they've kinda rested for 24 hours,
Hmm.
they look different.
Yeah.
Um, and then, acrylics just dry and look like chalky garbage,
Hmm. Oh yeah.
and they haven't been around very long either,
No.
so
Yeah.
we don't really know what it's gonna look like in 100 years,
Yeah, no,
500
it's
years.
probably gonna be flaking off.
Probably.
Yeah.
Um, I do know one painter who I really admire. Oh, actually two, I should say. That I love their work. They work in acrylics, but they're
Mm.
more um I want to say that they must use like very like it looks to me like the Golden's liquid series,
Okay.
liquid acrylics.
Right.
And they
Hmm.
can correct me if I'm wrong. Edith, and I forget her last name, but she's also a Canadian painter. She's in Montreal. Um,
Okay.
uh, she paints beautiful acrylic portraiture, and the other one was Michael Macara. I can't do his last
Oh,
name,
okay.
but he paints like he does figurative surrealist kind of work.
Oh,
I
wow.
wish I could own his work. Like, it's
Right.
so inspiring to me. He makes these like elaborate headdresses out of
Oh,
garbage for
wow.
his models, and they just like he's created this whole neon world, and I love his work. Um,
Right.
but he works in acrylic, and I'm like,
Right. How? Yeah.
how? I
I mean, I'm
mean,
sure if you learn, it's
mhm,
probably fine, but it's like
mhm.
I find, like when you're doing oils and then you go to that, you're like, "Oh, I
It's a
can't do this."
totally different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a totally different workhorse.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I've only ever really like because when I first started painting, I thought I was going to do airbrush art. Um,
Okay.
I was really inspired by this friend of the family, and he was a mural
Oh,
artist, or
wow.
he is a mural artist, and it's so funny because when I was a kid, I would go and visit my dad on the weekends. So
Hmm.
my mom would drive me there, and we would always drive past this massive mural.
Oh,
And I
wow.
would look at it, and it had all the faces of these famous people. And I would
Oh,
always try and
wow.
like see how many faces I could recognize. And then I think I was like mid-20s. I think it was like 25 when I met the artist.
Oh, wow.
His name is, man, I'm so bad with names.
Oh, it's okay. I am too. I'm terrible.
Yeah.
I
So
understand.
it's like on the tip of my tongue. Archer
Okay.
airbrushing. Yes, Archer
Okay.
airbrushing. So I can't remember his first name now, but I'm sorry, Archer. Like, I love him. He's awesome. He stayed with us for a while he was
Oh,
doing a
that's
mural
cool.
in our town. But I got to meet him, and I was like,
Oh,
man, like
nice.
your mural was such a big part of my childhood. And he was so like just this wild gypsy that would
Oh,
travel
that's
around painting
cool.
murals. And
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
really inspired by that, and always
Yeah.
like I want that life, right?
Right. That's
And there's
cool.
different, yeah, there's like different moments in your life, right, where you're like activated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a little sleeper cell.
Right? You're like, "I'm doing
Yeah.
this."
Yeah, totally. um I'd love to hear like what made you decide to start painting. You said 2015. What
Oh,
was your
yeah.
activator moment? Yeah.
Um, yeah, so, like, yeah, so I did art, like, my whole childhood, and
Yeah.
then when I got married, I did it for a little bit. I was painting, but then I stopped.
Mm.
And then it wasn't until, like, my niece, she actually was going to college for art,
Oh,
that
cool.
I was starting to see, like, the art she was putting out, and I was missing it, and I was like,
Mm.
"I think I wanna do some art again." So,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna start painting again," and I actually got acrylics,
Mhm.
and I struggled with that for, like, a year,
Yeah,
and then
as we
I
do.
I was like but I think the reason why I tried it was, when I used to oil paint when I was a teenager, my dad had I don't know, like, back in the '90s if they even had a, like, house-friendly solvent, but he would
Mm,
just give me regular turpentine, and
yeah.
like, that stuff would give me such a headache. So, like, I had, like, in
Yeah,
my mind, like, "Oh, I can't use oils because it's so toxic," you know?
right,
And then
mhm.
I was like, "Wait a minute, they're not toxic." they're not
Mm,
toxic anymore. So
yeah. Yeah, and it really
so
is the
yeah.
terpenoids that make
Yeah.
it toxic. And
Yeah.
I know when the only really workshop or lessons I've had was that like how to paint with oil paints from this lady who was local to me. Her name is Jan Little.
Okay.
And she's she's lovely. And but she told me that the oil paints that we use, right?
Mm.
The oil that's in it is actually food grade,
Yeah.
which was something I wish
I
more
just
people
learned
knew
that
that.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that linseed oil is actually food grade, and
Yeah.
it is more the pigments
Right.
and the terpenoid. Don't want to
Right.
drink that. That
Yeah, no.
is bad for you.
Right.
Um, yeah, but then these pigments are going to be the same as the pigments in your acrylic paint, especially if
Right.
you're getting like a professional version. And I've had to tell this to my sisters-in-law who have little kids. I'm like, just because your kid is painting with paints that are watercolors and they're like kid safe,
Mhm.
like those pigments are still very bad for you.
Right.
Make
Don't eat
sure that
it.
your children are like not ingesting it because and like I wouldn't trust those dollar store paints to be
Mhm. Oh,
completely what
yeah.
they say it is.
No.
Um, those pigments are super toxic, and
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think they're putting CADs in there, but like you
Right.
don't know what's in there.
Yeah, you don't know.
N- No. And yeah, I think more people need to know that that is not the paint, it's the solvent,
Yeah.
definitely. And you
Yeah.
could I don't know if you've ever experimented with the water soluble oils. I
I
personally
I
haven't, but
did.
have
I
you?
did actually. That was the first type of oils that I got. And
Okay.
I used those for like a year,
Hmm.
and they were okay. And I feel like there were certain colors that would dry wicked flat, and
Mm.
that I was like getting kind of bothered by that. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just try to invest in gambling. So
Hmm.
that's what I ended up using. But like the water solubles were okay, but something about like mixing it with water was kind
Mm.
of it was a little weird. It was a little weird, but definitely
Yeah.
better than like an acrylic, but you know,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
I've been curious about them. I think I have some, but I still
Mm,
thin them with oil. Like
yeah. Yeah,
there
I've
was
heard
some,
you can
yeah.
do that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can. Um, and this one, it's
Okay, I've seen those.
Yeah, Winsor
Yeah.
Newtons.
Yep.
I personally don't love the Winsor Newton, but I wanted permanent alizarin crimson,
Oh, yeah.
um, versus um
Oh, just the regular alizarin
the
crimson?
regular. Yeah, I I think I have so many alizarin crim. I have a small one. I have
Oh,
like a
yes.
massive tube, but these are a different color.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know
So.
there was a permanent alizarin. Huh.
Mhm. Yeah, so like normal alizarin crimson is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
transient and it will change over time. It will fade and change over
Mm.
time. So like a lot of the paintings that we see today with alizarin crimson, they have that pigment just it doesn't last very long.
Oh, that's
Um,
interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dan,
so
a paint nerd.
this
And so
lasts.
So the
Huh.
permanent is permanent.
Right.
This isn't derived from
Okay.
um the same whatever pigment this one is. I
Okay.
don't know why they have to write it in like this tiny, tiny
Oh,
text.
I know.
Like uh then you need like a microscope
I
to
know.
like
You need like
see,
cheaters to
right? I'm
see.
like, am I reading French? Am I reading like what am I even reading here? This one does say the light fastness is a 3. Um, and then this one
Isn't alizarin a little translucent a little or
is transparent. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I mean, so all of your reds, all of your oranges, all of your yellows are always transparent.
Mm.
Um, I know this because I painted with them like primarily for the last few years. And and it's been super interesting for me to go from oil paint to say tattoo ink
Mm.
because the pigments remain the same.
Oh, that's
So
interesting. Huh.
yeah, it's so wild, like across the board, whether you're talking about watercolors, whether you're talking about, I can't speak for acrylics because I just don't mess around with them anymore. But when you're talking about all your reds, all your oranges, all your yellows in tattoo ink, they
Mm.
are also transparent and they also
Huh.
are the least light fast. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I think it has a lot to do with um, the way that light and
Oh, yeah.
color interact.
Okay.
Um, because your red inks are going to almost always be transparent and
Mm.
almost always break down under UV quickly.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
and so and because the body's always trying to metabolize it,
Right.
also you're going to find that those inks go away quicker. But
Hmm.
here's an interesting thing. Um, so tattoo removal lasers,
Mhm. Right.
they have the hardest time removing red, yellow, orange.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So
That's
uh,
fascinating.
the easiest one
Huh.
for them to remove is black.
Oh, wow.
Um, but red, yellow, orange, hardest one for them to remove.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, it's been really
Huh.
interesting, like just seeing it from across the board. Um, And then, of course, you have, I mean, watercolors. I think a lot of people have experience with watercolors, but definitely those pigments tend to be very much the same. Like
Mm.
it's the same minerals that we're using, right? Like
Right.
across the board, the only thing that changes is that carrier.
Right.
So
Yep.
whether
The
you're
binder.
using, yeah, polymer or gum arabica or linseed
Mm.
oil, those pigments are across the board, especially in professional paints, all the same. And I
Right.
think that it's very similar for, of course, we're not putting CADs into people's bodies
Right.
when we're tattooing them, but it's very, very similar in tattoo ink as
Hmm.
well, right? Um,
Wow.
yeah, so it's been very interesting, like just
Yeah.
getting that, like, all of this experience with different mediums, like, it
Mhm.
makes you more, like, knowledgeable, I guess,
Right. Yeah,
it's
definitely.
it's
It's
certainly
almost like
not like
you
it's certainly
appreciate
yeah,
appreciate it more, you
totally,
know?
totally, yeah, and I find too, like, it's been interesting, um realizing, okay, yeah, so my cads and my yellows but especially your neons are going to fade quickly, but there's literally nothing I can do about that
Right. Yeah.
because in nature, this is just how these pigments break down. They break
Mhm.
down faster than your blues, your greens. I
Right.
mean, there's like even people with tattoos from 50, 60 years ago, and those
Mm.
blues and those greens and those blacks are still going strong, and
Wow.
everything else has faded.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so fascinating. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. So I know there was a time when I was like, I need to figure out how to make this stuff archival
Right.
and last for like 1,000 years. And now I'm just like, this is just life, man.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
I actually can't control nature. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna like let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the best way to be, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. Don't think
Yeah,
it too hard.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I know someone was telling me like, "Well, just don't overthink it." And I'm like,
Right,
"Oh, so like don't be me." Like
right.
that's like saying like don't be your natural self.
I mean, I do find that I overthink too. Like in the
Mhm.
past, I had done like some mixed media with paper, and I was
Mhm.
explaining to another artist about the process of putting the paper and then like priming it to make sure I can like paint on it with oils so the oils don't eat the paper.
Mhm.
And she was like, "Well, that's not going to happen for like years from now." And I was like, "Oh." So like it was just like, but I care. Like
Oh, absolutely.
but
I
she
don't
didn't seem
know.
to care at all. Like I was like, I guess some
I don't
people just don't think about it. I don't know.
I don't know, I guess. I have painted unprimed things and you can tell immediately.
Yeah, you can.
Like, I don't know what kind of paper you're using, but
Yeah.
like I'm able to tell immediately like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah, because 'cause it'll
this looks
sink
like a
right
grease
in.
stained rag.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks
So, I think it's
terrible.
it's probably good to think,
Oh,
overthink a little
definitely.
bit.
Some things, yeah. I
Yeah.
know with one of my first paintings that I used oil on, I oh, and this might have been around when I was actually kind of learning from Tanya,
Oh,
Tanya
okay.
Bond. Yeah, I think I ran to her with this one. I'd
Okay.
I had this panel and I was gonna paint this piece with oils and I forgot to prime it.
Oh,
And
no.
I, like, put down that whole
Right.
first coat, and then I was looking at it, and I was like, "Why does this look weird?"
Oh,
And
no.
it was like the wood panel was just, like, of
Yeah.
all that
Uh-oh.
oil, and it was
Right.
so dry looking, and I was just like, "This is wrong."
Right.
And I remember asking somebody, I'm pretty sure it was Tanya, like, "What why is it like this?" And she's like, "Did you prime it?" And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
"What?"
Yeah.
"I didn't! Oh my gosh!"
Oh,
And
no.
I had to sand it down to
Right?
raw wood, like, yeah,
Ah,
because you have to, like, sand it
yeah.
right down to raw wood. I ended up doing a painting on it that I really liked,
Oh, good.
um, but I never sold the piece because I was always worried that
Oh.
I'd ruined the wood and that at some
Oh,
point
right.
that piece it would not be stable.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
there's all
I probably would have
it's
worried
a
about
learning
that
curve.
too. Yeah,
Yeah. I
definitely.
just kept it. I was like, I'm never
Yeah.
gonna sell this
Yeah.
because I just don't want to do that to somebody.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Hmm. Yeah. The things we learn,
I
right?
know. I know. Yeah, I had a moment like a couple weeks ago actually,
Hmm.
where I was just trying. I have so many like canvases and like
Hmm.
panels that I haven't used, but I just have them. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to save some money and I'm going to like use this stretched linen
Hmm.
canvas to paint on. So
Hmm.
I took it out of storage and I was storing it well. Um,
Hmm.
but it was kind of like sunk in. And so I was like, "Argh."
Mm.
But I went online and I did a few things to it so it would stretch it out and it worked.
Yeah.
But then while I was painting it and it was drying, it started like sinking in again. And
Oh.
I just had to like scrap it because I'm like, I
Oh,
can't
shoot.
sell this. I can't sell this. I even
Oh,
like cut it off the stretcher bars. And I
yeah.
was like, I'm going to adhere it to a panel, but I've never done that before. And so, like, when I put
Oh.
it on, the glue was still wet. I like smoothed it all out, but I already cut around it to make it precise. But then the glue, when it dried, it shrunk the canvas. And
Ah.
then it ended up showing the panel. And I was like, you know what? This is just a lesson. I'll just,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Well, maybe this would work, maybe it wouldn't, I don't know, but could you go over those edges with gold leaf?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I probably could do something like that. That's a good
'Cau
idea.
because that's my hack for ugly things.
Ah,
That's why
gold leaf makes things better. Yeah.
gold leaf always makes things better. That's what I do, and I'm like, these edges are fugly. I'm gonna make them
Ah,
shiny. And it
how
doesn't
do
have to be perfect, right?
right. How do you
Hmm.
like using gold leaf? I know you use it like
Hmm.
often.
I
Like you
hate
use
it.
it. Okay.
My honest opinion is I try to avoid it,
Right.
but I think now that I've incorporated it into my practice, it's hard to stop doing something you started and people
Mm,
associate
want it?
when
Right.
like with your work, right? So, and yeah, and I feel like it's always kind of like been a callback to that classical
Mm.
presentation for me too. Like some of my pieces can be very modern looking, but I love that old world feel.
Oh yeah.
And I'm always trying to, even though I'm not great at it, trying to make my work kind of cohesive. So
Oh
I don't
yeah.
love to stray too far away from something that I've established. And
Right.
so sometimes I definitely will use the gold leaf for edges or for a background. And I
It's
like it
really
for
cool. I've never tried it. Like it looks really beautiful.
it is phenomenal, especially in person, and I that's what
Mm.
I love about the gold leaf is it's an experience, and
Mm.
it kind of like, as you sit with a piece that's gold leaf throughout the day, it changes
Oh yeah, I can
because
imagine the
it's
light.
reflecting the
Oh, that's
light,
cool.
so your piece can look warm in the morning and can look cool in the afternoon, or depending on what kind of light it is interacting
Mm.
with. It's always different, and that's one thing about it that I love is
Mm.
that you're kind of uh, it's it's got that inbuilt sunset mentality,
Oh
right? Where
yeah.
your every day is different, so you're kind of always looking at the piece like every day is different.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
it is cool. It is hard to work with,
Mm.
um, and that's what I don't love about it.
Right.
I bought my gold leaf off of this man who was an art curator
Oh, that's
and
cool.
in the Okanagan, and it's kind of a sad story, but he was
Oh.
working with this artist. It's got to be almost 30 years ago, like 25, 30 years ago, he told me at the time, um, who who had a residency at his gallery, and then
Mm.
this guy committed suicide.
Oh, that's so sad.
And yeah, it was really sad,
Hmm.
and he left behind all this gold leaf stuff,
Wow.
and he's like, "Yeah, I think it's 24 karat, but
Ooh.
I don't know."
Right?
It wasn't, and so I had to
Okay.
find out the hard way
Oh
how to treat
man.
it so that
Okay.
it doesn't rust, it doesn't,
Oh, yeah, I've
right?
seen
Because
that. Like,
yeah.
if it's not real, it'll like tarnish or
Mhm.
something.
Well, I think it
Or
is real, but
okay.
it's like the percentage
Okay, is low.
is well, it's not 24 karat, right? Only
Right, right.
24 karat won't oxidize. So
Okay.
even if you have 22 karat, it will.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
Oh
where you
man.
kind of get into this weird place where it is real gold. I know it
Right.
is, but it's
Right.
not pure. So
Yes.
because it's not pure, then I do have to seal it.
Okay.
Um, so it's not just finicky to actually like work with.
Right.
It's like I have to plan where it's going to be and then kind of work
Okay.
backwards.
Right.
Um, because I have to seal it and I don't want to always seal the whole painting in the same varnish. It's complicated.
Right. Okay, I see. Yeah,
It's
it's probably more
complicated.
complicated. Like it's almost like you have to think it all through
Yeah,
when you're
and I've
using it.
sealed I like did one panel one time where and I hadn't painted on it yet. I just did the edges and then I sealed it with an with I can't remember what it was, but I think it was some kind of spray that it just wasn't right and it turned it
Mm.
green.
Oh,
And
no.
yeah,
That's awful.
and that was how I found out that it wasn't 100%
Oh,
pure. It
right.
wasn't, yeah, so and they'll do that. They'll like put additives in it to make it stronger because
Okay.
pure gold is extremely thin and extremely
Okay.
translucent
Wow.
and tears very, so it's just like harder to work with. So
Wow.
when it has when it's more of an alloy, then it's easier to work with. It's complicated,
Man.
but it's lovely when it's done.
Right. So was that piece when it turned green, had you
hmm
already, like, invested time and painted into it, or was that at the
No,
beginning? Oh, okay, that's good.
I just done the edges. So what I did was I re-gilded it, and then I
Okay.
used and if you do want to do this, I'll find the product for you. But it's like it's
Okay.
a mineral varnish,
Okay.
and you can use it on oil paintings. I
Oh,
personally
that's good.
haven't, but I'm pretty sure you can. Uh, I'd have to look at it again. So don't quote me, but
Mm.
I that's what I use is like a gloss. I think it's by Golden, a gloss mineral varnish,
Okay.
and then I'll, it sets up for 24 hours and then you're good to go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have, like, in the past, like, I think I bought some and I tried it, and
hmm
just I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, "This is I don't even know. I'm not gonna try."
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of people that use it and like for
Yeah,
embellishing prints even
right.
and things like that. And I think that's cool. I think that's very ambitious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that for prints. Like,
Yeah, no. I think I'd rather get, like, a little, acrylic gold or something and just paint it
mhm.
on or something
Yeah.
for a print,
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely those oil pens, I think.
Oh, yeah, those
Gold
too.
oil
That's
pens, they
cool.
go on really well. But then again, you're dealing with that on paper. So I don't know
Yeah,
how that works
I know.
exactly. Like, um, I don't know. But anytime there's gold, I feel like it enhances the piece, but it's
Yeah,
also introduces this extra element of like, um, how do I make this work?
I know. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, for
Yeah.
real, like, when do I, seal it and all this?
All that stuff,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, for me, it was like a whole learning curve. Um, but
man.
it is what it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah, and I also have been using a rose gold, so then that's more
Oh,
of a
pretty.
copper um for some of my pieces, and I love that. I think
Yeah.
it really gives like a warm look.
Oh, that's a beautiful gold. That's really
hmm
pretty.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love the rose.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, totally. I love it. But yeah, I don't know. They're definitely like that picking it up, the leafing part,
Mm, right.
very tricky.
Yeah, don't go anywhere near a fan, I'm sure.
No. Or a breeze.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
sneeze.
no. I don't know how people eat it. Like I don't
Oh, yeah.
understand that. I don't quite get that at all.
Oh, edible gold, yeah.
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 I've seen that on Amazon. I'm like, "Who is this
I
for?"
know, I know.
Like,
It's like
you're
a
on
really
Amazon,
fancy
but
dessert. I don't know.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so. I don't know. It's just so strange.
it is odd.
Do you go through afterward after it's passed through and like
I know, pick out the pieces, like,
because it's
I know,
like
it's so
it
odd.
has to be 24 karat.
Yeah,
for you to put it on a carrot. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's so weird to me. Like,
that
why
is
would you
weird.
wanna eat that?
I know.
It's yeah.
It's
Oh,
funny.
man. Yeah, somehow we got down this rabbit hole. I
I
don't know
know.
how to dig
Of gold
myself out of
leaf.
it now.
It's okay.
But you could always try that, or, like,
Yeah, I've
even
thought of
just, like,
maybe
acrylic
framing
gold.
it or something, even,
Mhm.
like, getting a frame, but
Yeah,
yeah.
totally. I love when I see people working on just linen, like, they
Oh,
just
yeah.
take it and, like, tack it to their wall and just work, and I'm like, "That then I could do canvas." But I
Right.
can't I hate the bounce.
Oh,
Um,
yes, yeah.
like, I don't mind
Yeah,
it for landscapes because whatever, it's a landscape,
right.
but, like, if you're painting a face and you have that
Yeah,
bounce to work with, I hats
right.
off to anyone who does
I
it, but
know.
I hate that.
Yeah, I've been, just painting on panel,
Mhm,
and I like that too because I feel like canvas is so finicky, like,
mhm,
it can get warped, it can get torn, so I
mhm.
just love, and it's so much easier to frame a panel too.
It
Like,
is, yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So I like the
Definitely
linen
much easier to frame.
panels, and, I like the tooth on it, it's really nice and smooth,
Mhm.
so
My go-to lately when I'm not painting on wood is aluminum.
oh, nice.
I
I've
just love
never tried
aluminum.
that. That's
It's
cool.
so light, especially if you're doing large works. I cannot say enough.
Right. I've seen you do
And
it, right?
yeah,
You've done a few
yep.
of the round, aluminum
Mhm.
ones? Yeah, those are cool.
They weigh maybe a pound or 2,
Wow. That's
and
crazy.
they're
I
24
never
by
would have thought
24.
that.
I
Wow.
know. And I mean, the cool thing about aluminum is that its molecules expand. Or was that
Oh.
copper at the same rate? But aluminum and oil paint, their molecules are super similar.
Hmm.
So their expansion rate is similar. So then you're not going to get that cracking, warping,
Oh, wow.
right? Thing
That's
that you
interesting.
see in other things. Apparently, copper and oil are like identical.
Wow.
And so when you see like a lot of museum pieces that are being made
Mhm.
now, like there's that one guy, him and his wife are both hyper realists, David something or other. He primarily paints on copper because those
Hmm.
molecules will expand at the same rate as the oil paint. And I know aluminum's similar, but it's not exact. Um, but like for example, the Mona Lisa was painted on
Hmm.
birch, and they've had to remediate it a bunch of times because
Wow.
bugs
Yep.
have eaten
Oh
away at
god.
parts of it. So
Yeah.
like wood is awesome, but when you're
Mhm.
talking about any kind of porous medium, right? Anything organic like that,
Right.
i- it's susceptible to weather, it's susceptible to humidity, and
Right.
it's eventually it's going to break down,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Just is.
Right.
So I really like I if I could, I would always paint on aluminum, but it
Oh,
is
cool.
tricky to find people who can cut it.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
Hmm.
I've found anyway. Like, yes, I've seen people cut aluminum die bond with like an X-Acto knife,
Oh,
but
wow.
me and tools, we are not friends. And
Right.
I still want to
I
keep my
agree.
fingers,
Yeah.
like I just I don't know, man.
Yep.
I don't think that's a good plan for me. So I don't mess with that. I've found
That's
a
probably
lot.
wise.
Yeah, I found like sign shops will sometimes
Okay.
they'll have a CNC machine, um, but it's not easy to find. So that's the
Oh,
only
wow.
thing that's a little bit tricky about painting on aluminum
Right.
is finding ways to get it cut properly.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's super light.
That's
So
cool.
I like that. Yeah,
Right.
and if I'm doing a big piece, that's what I go for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, because like even like I've painted on bigger linen panels before, like
Mhm,
16 by 20, and they
mhm.
always kind of bow a little bit,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
what I don't like
annoying,
about them.
you know?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
isn't the core
It's
cardboard?
yeah, they have I feel like it's a fancy term though. Like,
Right.
because
It's
I've
some
gotten
kind of
the
composite.
yeah, I've gotten
Mhm.
Fredericks before, and they have some fancy term that I never looked
Mhm.
into, but it probably is cardboard.
That's always what I've found with those. It's like they're great practice panels, but I don't love them, you
Yeah,
know? Yeah,
yeah.
and I feel like even for wood, the thickness has to be pretty
Mm,
good. Like you need a
right,
good 2 to 3 centimeters, maybe even
right,
more, to get like a stable panel that doesn't warp.
right.
Uh, and then that becomes harder to frame, like the
Yes,
thicker
because
the
it's thick.
panel, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, oh, I have one right here actually. So, uh, don't mind me while
Oh,
I'm
yeah. No.
grabbing some things. So this is like, so this piece is when I started and I
Oh,
just haven't
yeah.
finished. Um,
I
because
remember
I
you
got
showing that. That
distracted.
looks so it looks so good already. Like, it's cool.
Well, I gotta get back on it. I just need
Oh,
deadlines. If I don't have deadlines, I won't do
yeah.
it. But like you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the thinness of this panel.
Right.
So this is an aluminum die bond panel
Okay.
versus like a wood panel.
Oh, yeah.
So you can kind of
Yeah.
see like this is probably um this is what I got from Michaels, I think.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
so I feel like this is probably some kind of composite board. Um, but I would say definitely for thickness,
Mm.
when you're looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
thickness,
Oh, yeah. The
like
aluminum's thin.
very thin
Right.
in comparison. So um, I really like that about these.
Yeah.
And they like this is 9 by 12. This
Okay.
is, I want to say,
Is it 11
mm,
by 14
it's it
or
might be
bigger?
even bigger than that.
Okay.
It's yeah, it might be a bit bigger than that. Like this is okay, that's 11 by 4. This is similar. I think this is
Okay.
12 by 14 maybe.
Okay.
But this is heavier.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a lot thinner. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
I
I've
was
painted on the Michaels before. Like
mhm,
a long time ago, I was using them, maybe 5 years ago. And
mhm,
but then they stopped selling them. Like they used to
yeah.
sell them in a pack. Like I
Mhm.
feel like and I really loved them, but then they stopped. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. I've written complaint letters to
Oh,
Michaels
okay.
before.
Yeah, because I mean they were
Like,
such
I hate
great
to be this
panels.
person, but
Yeah,
well, I don't know why you don't carry this. I don't know why you don't
I
carry that.
know.
Like, I primarily use this one brand called Apollon Gotrek for my round panels. And
Hmm.
I have the hardest time finding them in my area. And like,
Oh
I'm in a
wow.
pretty big city, but I have to
Yeah.
order them from Calgary in
Oh
order to
geez.
get them. And I mean, that's a couple hours away. I guess I could justify, driving there every now
Mm,
and again, but I don't know. Yeah, that's one thing with supplies where
right.
even in a city of almost 100,000 people, because it's not an art city,
Mm,
like there are not a lot of artists here, it's hard to source supplies.
yeah. Oh, I
You
can
have to
imagine.
kind of go
Hmm.
outside of it. So like, I know you're in the States, but would
Yep.
you say like this, are you in a kind of a rural area or are you kind
Uh,
of more central?
yeah. I am in a rural area, but I do have like kind of a city near me. It's called
Right.
Manchester, and
Okay.
so I will go in there we have a Michaels, but they don't
Hmm.
always have like what I want. Like I've
Yeah.
gone there before and I'm like I need like ultramarine blue,
Mhm.
oil paint, and I go in and they don't have it. So then I'm like, "Ugh, I'll just order it on Amazon, even though it's
Yeah.
more money." So
Uh-huh.
I do find it like a lot of my art supplies actually comes from online.
Mm.
Because like Michael's doesn't carry any like linen panels.
Yeah.
It's just cotton canvas, and I'm just
Mhm.
that's not my thing. So they
No.
don't really have exactly what I want. So I definitely have to
Yeah.
order online.
I hear you there, 'cause, like,
Yeah.
I primarily use panels, I think I bought these from there, but, like,
Oh
look
yeah.
how skinny the cradle is. Like,
Yeah.
this is 11 by 14, but I don't love the skinny cradle, but it's like,
Right.
I don't have the resources to run out to a city every
Yeah.
single time I need something,
Right.
and so it's kinda like, uh
Yep.
sorry. That's just like where we're at right now.
Right.
But yeah, like I hear you. It's tricky.
Yep.
I really wanted to try their new bright pigments from
Oh, okay.
Gamblin. And I
Oh
asked the
yeah.
guy there, like, hey, are you guys getting these in? He's like, I don't know. We just get in whatever we get in. And I was
Right.
like, cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you can even order them online. Like, I don't think you can order straight from Gamblin.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. I haven't like, I know what pigments you're talking about, but I haven't looked
mhm,
into it. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I don't
I have
know.
to check again and be like, "Hey, can you
Right?
help me gambling? Like,
Yeah.
I want to try them."
Right.
I've been using the smaller paint houses neons for a long time.
Mm.
Um, my one complaint about them is that for the first while that I was using it, there was a ton of oil coming out.
Oh,
And now there's
it's all
no
dry.
oil.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and all the
annoying.
pigment is dry. And I've
Yeah.
tried to like stir it up, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have to open this tube up and,
Right.
put it in something else because
Right.
like
Oh, that's
and
frustrating.
like reactivate it with some other
Yeah.
linseed oil or something. But it is frustrating. It's like
Yeah.
that's not really what I wanna do, and, like, I'm not bitching about them because
Mm.
they have been quite kind to me and, given me sample packs and whatever,
Right.
and I know they're a smaller paint house, they're, like,
Right.
family owned, so, like, that those things are cool about them, but, like,
Mhm.
it's kind of when you get the first of anything, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a great formulation at first, and then hopefully the, next iterations are better, but
Right, right.
mhm.
Yeah.
But I feel like Gamblin has been, like, a paint house for such a long time that I
Mhm.
don't think they'd have those same kind of issues.
Yeah, probably not. I really love using Gamblin. That's probably my favorite one.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'm sure that, like, I'm sure there's like other paints out there that are better.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
I'm sure that
I
there
know.
is. I know that I've wanted to try the Michael Harding for
Oh,
years, but
yeah.
they're so
That's a nice one.
expensive.
They are. Yeah,
And
I've
they're
looked into it and I'm like, "Whew." No.
right? Yeah, I oof too.
Yeah.
And the I think it's the Rublev
Oh,
also
okay.
looks like a really good brand. And I've heard Holland is
Mhm.
excellent for certain pigments, but to get them in North America, it's
Mhm.
expensive,
Right.
and 2, their websites suck, so
Oh,
then you
man.
don't really know, "Oh, how's this gonna in" and that's one thing Gamblin
Right.
does really well, is they have
Yeah.
an excellent website, and they show, like, "Well, this is what it's like when I mix it with this, and this is what it's like when"
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like
it's like,
that too.
"Okay, like, here's my money,"
Yep.
So they've won on that level for me where it's like, okay, I can spend 30, $40 on this tube of paint because I
Right.
know what it's gonna do.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with them. Have
That's
you
how it seems. Yeah.
have you tried their,
Oh,
3-in-1 yet?
they're 3 in 1. What's that?
Yeah. Oh, hold on, let me show you. Let me grab it.
Yeah, for sure. I've tried a lot of their mediums, but I don't know if I've tried that.
It's
So what's
this.
this?
It's like a
Okay.
solvent, and
Okay.
it's good for preparing wood panels,
Okay.
to thin your paints, and then for oiling out between layers and before varnishing. So
Oh,
I've actually, this is like a godsend because
really?
for a long time I would struggle with varnishing, and like the varnish just wouldn't like stick to certain areas. It would be weird, like it would
Mm.
sink in and then
Mm-hmm.
be dull. And
Right.
so I had seen like an artist, I forget who it was, they would mix Galkid and Gamvar together and do like
Right.
a coat, let it sink in, like an oil out thing. And that was
Mm-hmm.
working for me, but it was such a pain to like
Mm.
mix it up consistently. And then
Yeah.
sometimes it's too much Galkid and then it's wicked shiny. And so this stuff
Mm.
I've been using and right before varnishing, and it like works really well. You
Okay.
basically put it all over your dry painting, and then you let it sit for like a minute or two, and then
Mm-hmm.
you wipe it off with a cloth, and then just like brush it with a dry brush. Let it sit
Okay.
for 24 hours and then varnish, and the varnish is beautiful.
Oh.
It's like
And
absolutely amazing.
are you using the satin varnish?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of of people having that experience with the satin varnish
Yeah.
where it'll like just
It'll be
not
weird.
take to certain areas. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like so I use gloss and I've
Okay.
never had those issues.
Oh,
And I
that's
think it's
good.
because there's an additive in the satin to make
Ah,
it
to make it
flat.
satin. Right.
Yeah, and, I don't know if like, cause I bought some satin and I've just been too scared to use it. Just
Mm.
a second, I'll just grab it. Um, okay. I also have to say this about Gamblin's latest, like, label product
Mm.
business. I hate the new branding.
Oh, me
Do you
too. I
hate
don't like
it?
it. Yes, it's
I
like
hate the
weird.
new
Like
branding. It
I
looks
don't.
like Martha Stewart
Yeah,
had
like she like
yeah.
signed it.
Yeah, I hate that. It also reminds me of Michael's branding. It
Oh,
looks
yeah,
it looks so cheap
it
and just like
does.
an afterthought. I
Right?
hate it.
They're
And
trying
and
to be
I've
all retro.
yeah, like I don't mind their 1980s whatever. It's
Hmm.
like fine, cool. Or your student brand, fine, cool. But
Right?
like I mean, this sparks more joy than that.
Yes.
Like, I
Yes.
just don't love
Yep.
that. I'm paying premium money for this paint brand. I don't
Yep.
wanna look like some chump.
Yeah, that got
You
it.
know? I
At
don't
some
wanna pick it
store.
up and be like, "Ugh." Yeah, like I have some, like, dollar store paint or
Yeah.
something, right? I don't love it. I don't know why they would rebrand like
I
that,
know, I
and
don't know either.
this is not the first time I another artist and I have had this
Oh, okay,
conversation.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because
when I actually ordered this and it came, I was like, "What? What's
yeah,
this?" Like, because that's the only, because I have, the oil paint, the old tubes, and so I haven't had to get
yeah,
the new stuff yet, and I'm like,
yeah, I don't love it. I'm like,
yeah.
"Ugh." And there's a lot of people, I'm letting you know, Gamlin, there's a lot of people
Right?
that are like, "Ugh, this we don't love it." So,
Yeah.
so this is Gamvar Gloss,
Okay.
and you can see in
Yes.
the bottom, it's like a crystal clear.
Right. Yeah.
So this
And then
is
the
what I
satin
use,
is
and then
different.
this is the satin,
Yeah.
and you can see, like,
Yeah.
you can see it's not at the top,
Yeah, you
but
have
if
to
I
shake
shake it,
it. You have to shake it
yeah,
first. Yeah.
there's definitely an additive in it, so I haven't had the guts
Okay.
to use the satin. I primarily use gloss because I use a lot of black in
Okay.
my
I
work.
get it. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't use, like, black out of a tube. I make my own blacks because I
Okay.
want them to be very, deep. I
Yeah.
won't. I
I love that because if I
yeah,
do have to make a black, I'll mix it myself too.
yeah,
It's so much
I don't screw
prettier.
around
Like,
with
yeah.
I hate black out of the tube because
Mhm.
it always gets that, like, flat look.
Yeah. Yes. It,
Um,
like, sinks
yeah,
too
it
much.
sinks,
Yeah.
definitely, and, like, same with browns, like,
Mhm.
I don't use the earth pigments, for the same reason, like the
Okay.
siennas and,
Right.
um so this was, the only brown that I use out of the tube. Let me see if I can find it. It's called it has a funny name. It's
Okay.
called it's
Bring it
called
on.
asphaltum.
Oh, I think I actually own a tube of that.
Do you? Okay.
Yes.
I don't know
And
where it
I
is, but it's in, like, a massive tube like this.
okay. I actually
Um,
bought it because I liked the name.
did you really? That's so
Yeah.
funny. You dirty dog.
I know. I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind
So
of pretty.
it's
It's kind
made
of like reddish, like
yeah.
brown. Like it's really pretty.
It looks almost like a sienna. It almost looks like a burnt sienna, um,
Hmm.
but it doesn't fall. It doesn't
Oh,
sink
really?
into
Okay.
because it's not made with an earth pigment, it's made with asphalt.
Oh, really? Oh, then that's why
Yeah,
it's called asphaltium.
asphaltum. Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
totally. So that's the only brown that I'll use out
Okay.
of the tube because that, I don't love the dry
Hmm.
spots in browns,
Yeah.
or I'll mix my own browns out of
Right.
mostly like a synthetic. Like I'll take two
Okay.
synthetics and I'll make my own brown that way. But yeah, earth pigments, they always seem
Hmm.
to get that flat and
Oh,
dried
yeah, they
out
do.
look.
Like, that's probably why I would have such a hard time varnishing because I tend to
Mhm.
use, I'm heavy on the browns
Right.
when I'm
Hmm.
painting.
Right.
So I have, like, during the course of a painting, I have to oil out a lot, like, if I'm going back
Right.
into it because it just sinks in
Yeah.
crazily. But, and that
Do you
took me
find
a
that
while.
frustrating?
Not anymore. Like
It's
I
just part of
used
your
to
process.
just yeah, I used to just like
Yeah.
deal with it and I would be like, "Oh, why is this happening?" And then I read like you're supposed to oil out and I was like
Hmm.
lazy and I'm like couldn't be bothered. But
Yeah.
now I'm like the past couple years I'm like, "No, I need to do that."
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
just part of it
Totally.
and I do it. But
Yeah. Yeah. Asphaltum.
yeah. Oh, that's
It
cool.
might make it easier on you.
I
Um,
should try
or
that.
I'll create if I find the phalos better
Mm.
for that. Again, they're transparent. Typically, like a phthalo green is going to be transparent. So I don't know if like that's an opacity issue for
Mm.
you, but I like or this isn't a phthalo green. This is a sap green. Um, I like uh the phalos to mix colors with because then you're getting that almost like a glossy look.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the phthalo green is very it's got a good dimension to it where
Right.
it doesn't have because it's transparent, it doesn't have that chalky, like, falling
Okay.
kind of property to it.
Right.
It tends to be more it's basically when you use it, you're creating a chromatic black, right?
Mm.
When you take that and alizarin crimson, you're making what Gamblin sells as chromatic black.
Okay.
Um, so like that's a good one to make a black or a brown out of.
Huh.
Right? You just change
Right.
your red to
Mhm.
make a brown. Um, also don't buy orange. That's
Yeah,
another one.
no.
Oh, like why
I
would you buy orange?
Yep.
Um, there's a few things that I've bought and I was like, well, I'm gonna buy this pigment just to like make a pigment and
Right.
compare it. And so I do have an orange, but I like
Yeah, never
why would
use
I
it.
use
Yeah,
it?
I actually do have one too, and I think I
Uh,
used it one time.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah, like, there are workhorse pigments, right, that
Yeah.
I, like, have m massive tubes of,
Mhm.
and, I mean, I don't even know how long I've had those paints, like,
Right.
forever, and
Yeah.
I won't even work through
The
most
whole
of them.
thing. Right. Yeah.
That's
That's
the
what's
great thing
nice.
about
Like,
it.
they last
Yeah,
forever, you know?
they do. They do last a really long time. I think the only, like, one pigment that I'm still trying to find my favorite of is titanium, or not titanium, but just white in general.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I find whites really,
Oh, they're different.
tricky.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
are. They are.
Yeah.
Yep. I've
Like,
I've
I don't know
tried them
what's your
out.
favorite.
Um,
I've got a
I
million whites.
I just yeah, I had a few. I'm trying to think. I think I have had a flake white replacement that I tried
Mm,
out, and I was just kind of like, I didn't really see a big
mm,
difference.
mhm.
Um, it's supposed to be like when you're mixing it in, it's not gonna like whiten as much, if that makes any sense. Like it's
Right.
supposed to
Mhm,
just, blend in easily. But I
mhm,
mean, I've just been using the titanium white and
mhm,
but it like sometimes I don't even use white to like lighten things.
mhm.
I've been kind of enjoying King's Blue for
Mm,
certain like skin tones. If you
yeah.
add like a little King's Blue in there, it'll like lighten it without white, but you don't
Mhm.
lose the chroma of it, you know?
Strength, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
such a that's such a good point, because that's such a noob mistake that a lot of people
Yeah.
make when they're
It takes
making
a
skin
while to
tones.
figure it out. It
Mhm.
does.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does.
When you're doing, like, fair skin tones, you should very sparingly use white,
Yes.
because especially, again, especially with acrylic, because you're gonna get
Oh, yeah.
such a chalky appearance.
Yeah.
But, definitely, I don't use much white at all.
Yeah.
I tend to like to tint with a yellow,
Mhm.
um, because I do quite warm,
Right.
pieces normally. But yeah, like, tinting with a cool is
Yeah.
also a really good point. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, that's something that I'm always like, people are like, "Oh, how do you do the skin tone? How do you do the
Right.
skin tone?" And it's like, there is no, like, formula
Yeah.
for skin, right?
Right.
Like, this idea that you can pull out your Caucasian
I
crayon
know.
and do,
Color
like, it's n
apricot.
yeah, yeah, it's not there's that's not how
Right.
portraiture works, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's about the light. It's always
Yes.
about the temperature of the light, and, you can have the same person under a million different lighting situations, and you're gonna get a different skin tone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it really comes down to, like, observing
Right.
properly.
Yeah.
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 My husband was, like, asking me something about teaching people how to, like, we're talking about teaching, and, like, he's like, "Well, how would you teach somebody to paint a skin tone?" 'Cause it's something I get asked all the time, and I'm like,
Right.
well, I think the best thing to know is that there's no such thing as
Mhm.
skin color, right? Like,
Yeah.
color is, um, so dependent on what's around it, right?
Right. Yeah, the light reflecting and
Mhm.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And he was just, like, not getting it, and,
Yeah.
like, just trying to tell him, like, "No, it's like this," and he's just
Right.
like, "What are you talking about?" I think that I learned that from, there's a guy on YouTube, um, he has a channel called Draw Mix Paint.
Oh, is it Chris Fornatera?
Probably.
Okay,
Probably. I
yeah,
haven't I haven't
I
watched him
like
in
him.
years, but that reminds me of
I
him.
think it's him.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I don't know, I might be totally wrong too.
Yeah, he has a really great, he has a
He's a
super
younger guy,
dry
right?
delivery. Oh,
Yeah,
no, it's
he's
an
like,
older guy.
oh, this is an older guy. Okay, so it might be
Yeah,
somebody else. If it's probably someone
yeah.
else then.
He has,
But I've
like,
also
a
watched
full
that guy
beard
too.
and glasses
Okay,
and
yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
know who you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I mean, that whole just somebody saying that, I don't remember the rest of the video, but that stayed with me, right?
Mhm.
And he kind of just shows like, well, this person's face is lit up with like lime green. Like
Right.
that's not skin tone, that's light, you know?
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, right?
Yeah.
Like this changes my whole
It kind of like
outlook.
takes your painting to another level when you know that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, I'm curious, like, w- so for you as a living artist, what do you feel like is your biggest challenge that you're maybe coming up against all the time? Is it stuff like that, like technique, or is it like what is the thing that
Mm.
you're constantly coming up against?
Yeah, like I was thinking about that and I feel like I probably struggle with all that stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
my biggest thing is like posting to social media.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
because even like when I was a kid, if people would see my work, I was just really shy about that. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
as shy anymore, but like
Mm-hmm.
just posting and like making videos, I feel like I overthink it like a little
Oh
too
yeah.
much and I want it to be perfect. So that's like a real big
Mm,
challenge and then to just
absolutely.
ignore like the views or the likes
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
that can also be deflating, you know?
totally.
So that's
Yeah.
like a pretty big challenge.
Yeah, it is a really that's so interesting that it's like it's almost when I ask this question, it's almost never the art that people
Oh, that's
struggle with the
yeah,
most.
that's
Like it's
interesting.
yeah, it's not so
Yeah,
much like, oh, trying to like really understand your craft and like
right, right,
build this really engage. It's almost always like, I don't know how to talk to people, you
right.
know? I don't know how to talk about my work.
Yeah,
I find the finding time for my work is so hard, with everything else in my
yeah,
like, that's more consistently the
yeah.
answer that I'll get from people.
That's
Is
interesting. That makes sense. That makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah,
totally.
yeah,
Yeah. And so and you mentioned that you also work outside the home,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
as well, which,
Right.
in some ways is great because then you're not depending on your art
Yes.
for, like, your
Income.
sustenance.
Right.
Yes. Um, and I'm curious, like, what does a typical day look like for you? Day in the
Yeah.
life
Oh,
of
day in the life.
Regina.
Um, so like, I do only work 4 days a week,
Mhm,
part time. So those days that I work, I'll get home at like 1:30. Um, and then a lot of times it's like during my work day, I'm like thinking about, oh, when I get home, I want to work on this painting or I want to work on this like website thing or I should
mhm,
do this. But then, as you know, like too, having a family, it's like you come home
mhm,
and then I have to run an errand or I need to think
mhm.
about dinner.
Yeah.
So I typically like to take like an hour at night on those days to do something with art, whether it's like doing a little bit of painting or trying to figure out a new idea or something like that.
Mhm,
I do most of my paintings on like, I do have a day off during the week where I'm just home. So I get up
mhm.
early and kind of treat that almost like a work day and
Yeah.
paint for the morning.
Mhm,
And I also do a lot of painting like on the weekends too.
mhm.
I'm the type of person I love getting up early when nobody else
Okay.
is up and just painting or painting
Yeah.
later at night. That's usually my schedule.
Yeah. I find even if I do have a day where I can just paint all day, I really only get into that really good flow at
Mhm.
night.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
because there's
that's
always something.
uh,
There's always something
there's
to
always
do, right?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, even today, my husband was like going off to work. He's like, "So you can like prune the tree, right?" And I was like, "No." Like,
Yeah.
"No, I can't. That's not happening.
That's
What
awesome.
are we talking about?"
Right?
Yeah. I got stuff to do.
Right?
Yeah, and I find that's hard when you have a home studio, is
Right.
like,
Yes.
"No, I gotta do this," you
Yeah.
know? Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely struggle with that. And as you experienced this morning, I struggle with time in
Oh,
general.
that's okay.
You know, and like just like allotting time for things,
Yeah.
for
Oh, I
whatever
get it.
reason,
I
I'm
get it.
not great at that. Yeah, it's not my forte.
Right.
But yeah, so one of the interesting things that I found, because I talked to a curator one time, I actually asked her for like an hour of her time, and
Oh,
like
wow.
give me your advice on what I should pursue.
Mm.
And one of the questions she asked me that was so interesting was like, how many hours a week do you have to put into your art?
Mm.
And it was from there that she would start the evaluation, right? Like,
Wow.
how much time do you actually have to devote to this? Because it
Right.
will change what your goal is.
That makes
And
sense.
that makes sense, but like that's so practical. Like I would
Yeah,
never
right?
think like that.
Yeah, no,
Right? Like
right?
there's like how much time I should spend on it and like
Mhm.
how much time I want to spend on it and
Right.
like but actually how much time do I have to spend on that's a I don't
Tough
know.
question.
That's a
Yeah.
tough question. Do you find that that's something that you have to think about, especially when you have like deadlines coming up for an auction or whatever?
Oh,
That
yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
yeah.
like, because I like painting, like, in the moment, like, my ideal painting situation would be to paint when I want to type of thing.
Mm,
So,
mhm.
because you get into that and you feel like, oh, I want to do this. And then with a
Mhm.
deadline, it's almost like you have to force yourself to do it.
Definitely.
And I do have a challenge with that too,
Mhm.
because like there are times you can't like force being creative, you know?
Mm,
So, but
mhm.
if I know I have a deadline, I have to be like, okay, I have to do this today. I'll
Mhm.
even tell my
Mhm.
family like I have to paint this weekend. I need to get
Mhm.
this done. And they're usually like
Yeah.
understanding, you know,
Yeah.
but it
And
is a
definitely
challenge.
when you're doing something like what you're talking about with oiling out and
Mhm.
that is such an intensive process that
Yeah,
maybe people don't realize that takes
right.
time, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because you are having to kind of plan it out.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people look at impressionism and they go, "Oh, you just sat down and you painted that whole thing in one go."
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not like that. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to do that, but,
Mhm.
just the time of it all. So,
Mhm.
I do have, like I do break up paintings into sessions, and oiling out is my
Mhm.
friend because you can just go right in.
Mhm.
It's really great. Yeah.
Mhm. To kinda reactivate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yep.
love the halo that it can kinda give, like,
Yeah, it's really
you get
cool.
kind of like this dream kind of halo impression from it.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
yeah,
It's kind of a
it's a
neat
fun
thing.
technique. I'm always because I've had some bad experiences with oiling out,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
always cautious with it.
Oh, okay. What has
Yeah.
happened, like, to you? What has happened?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm in a cold climate, right? Even when
Oh,
it's
okay,
warm,
yeah.
it's still pretty
Oh,
cold. And man, I've had a few deadlines where I was I was trying to do kind of it's kind of more like grisaille than
Oh,
maybe
okay.
oiling out. So I was layering these very oily, transparent layers. And there was one a couple of pieces that just would not dry.
Oh no. Oh,
They were like, nope, that's not
oh
happening.
no.
Um,
That's
one was for
stressful.
yeah, one was for a show where I had to ship
Oh
the
no.
piece to California.
Oh, that's so
And
stressful.
yeah, it was stressful and like I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And it was an oil painting, but on paper.
Okay.
And I thought, well, I mean, lots of people do this. It's on paper. I'm going to seal it. It'll be fine. Because I wanted to put it in this beautiful ornate oval frame, and it just was
Mm.
like this one area would not dry.
Oh, that's terrible.
And she got it, and she was like, it's just like kind of buckling.
Oh no.
And
Oh,
I was like, oh, this is like my worst nightmare.
yeah.
Like
Oh
I worked
goodness.
so hard to
Yeah.
like make things archival and like not a
Right.
problem. And then
Right.
another one was for a commission where like this
Okay.
one part of the painting would just not dry. End up having to sand it down and repaint it. And
Oh my
it
goodness.
was so, yeah. So
That's
I've had a
awful.
few bad experiences and
Right.
mostly because the cold, like it just won't
Yeah.
dry.
Oh
But
boy.
yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of it
that's
too was like the pigments I was
okay.
using too. I think I was using like a phthalo turquoise.
Okay.
Um and
It just
yeah,
wouldn't
so
dry.
it just wasn't gonna dry.
Oh,
So bleh.
yeah.
You haven't had any nightmare stories like that, just me.
Oh no, I have. Like there was
Yeah.
a show last year and it was the dead
No.
of winter
Mhm.
and like the white, like I had used like just little dabs of white into like these little like light blobs like around her dress.
Mhm.
And it I had done it like a week before, and typically that would dry for me, but it was
Yeah.
winter, it was freezing, and I was like panicking. I was like, oh my goodness, this isn't drying. What am I gonna do? And so I like
Ugh.
stuck it in front of like we have a pellet stove and I had it stuck in front of the pellet stove
Mhm.
and I kept trying it like every day, just like and it wasn't drying. And I was like,
You always
so
touch it, right?
it's
You're
awful.
always like,
It's like,
touch.
no, so then I ended up I think I wiped off some of the white and then I like put a dab of like something to dry it quicker and I
Mhm.
forget if it was like Gamvar or something. Something that's a
Mm.
no-no. And
Oh, no.
then it was okay. But then once when I like oiled it out, I left the oil on too long before I like wiped it off because I was also afraid of wiping it because I was like, I don't know if there's any more parts,
Yeah.
you know? So it became wicked shiny and
Oh,
it was
no.
dry, but so I sent it that way.
No.
And I was like, ugh. But I
Uh,
was like so embarrassed by it. I was like, I'll probably never show there again.
oh, no. That's a terrible feeling.
I always think like the worst case. And I'm like, I'm never showing
Oh,
there again.
yeah.
I'm too
Worst case
embarrassed.
scenario. I'm now on a blacklist. They don't
Yeah.
ever want to see
They
me
hate it. They're
again. They
like, why is
hate
this so
me.
shiny?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was fine. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's just
always
in
a
our
hard
minds.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
have
all on
definitely had that experience.
I'm sorry.
So that's okay.
Yeah, actually like the issue with that canvas that buckled recently, that was actually
Mhm.
for the auction that we had.
Oh,
So I had to tell Olga, I had to be like, I'm so sorry, but I had like it had a wardrobe malfunction, I told her, and
oh
I'm not going
no.
to be able to offer it in the auction. I was like really
No.
embarrassed about it, but yeah,
Uh,
some things happen, you know?
yeah, I mean that's the problem with oil painting, right? It's
Yeah.
you can't predict how it's going to come out all the time.
Yep.
Um, it's a great medium and I love it, but it's tricky, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Certain times of the year is like, whew.
No, not gonna
Yeah.
work. And yeah, I know. Well, now I know that
Right.
winter is not my friend, and
Yeah.
it's probably probably shouldn't do certain things in the winter. But that's okay. It's a learning curve. That's why it
It
takes so
is.
long to master is really
Yeah.
because of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Um, I am curious. I'm just looking at my notes here. Do you have an ultimate goal for that you're
Oh,
striving for? Or are you more just motivated to create because you're creative? Or
yeah.
like do you see yourself like I want to be in museums
Right.
or is it just like I just want to be able to paint?
Yeah, I think I just want to be able to paint at this point. But I
Mhm.
do have like small goals. Like
Mhm.
last winter, I discovered there's a lot of artists. I don't know if you've seen that they do like print clubs via
Oh.
Patreon.
Oh,
And
okay. I don't
like
know.
you sign
Yeah.
up for like a tier, like say it's like $16 a month, and then they send you like a small postcard size print, maybe a
Mhm.
sticker, maybe like a little
Okay.
blurb, like their thoughts for the month. Um,
Oh.
so it's like really, really cute. And
Mhm.
so I would like to ultimately like maybe do that at some point. Um,
Mhm.
and I even told myself like the end of last year, I was like, I should do that. Like I should do that. But now that I'm into my year, I don't see myself doing that anytime soon
No.
because it takes time and
Yeah.
um there's like a lot involved. So
Mhm.
that's kind of like a future little goal, I
Future
think.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Patreon's tricky, right? Like
Yeah.
I tried it for a
Right.
little while. Um, and I think one of my biggest frustrations was like trying to figure out what people would like.
Oh,
You
right.
know?
Yeah.
What would they want? What would they like? Like, I always want people to be, like, happy and
Right.
with whatever I'm providing for them, and, I would ask my
Yes.
audience questions, and then if I didn't get that feedback, I was like, "I don't know
Oh,
what to
yeah.
do," right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah, I don't have like, some people have that, like, guiding star, like, they know
Right.
exactly what to do, and I'm like, "I
Yeah.
don't know what you're gonna like."
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like the one drawback for me right now, because like
Mhm.
I follow an artist on there. Um, her name is Jimena Agra. I think that's how you
Okay.
say it. And she does a
Mhm.
lot of impressionistic work.
Mhm.
But it's like you have to be on Patreon, you have to like
Mhm.
show up on there,
Yeah.
make content exclusively
Mhm.
on there, and I'm just like, oh, that's I mean, at least
Mhm.
I can acknowledge that, that would be a little more
Hard.
work than I
Mhm.
could put out right now. So,
Definitely. And I think
yeah.
that's fair, right?
Yeah.
Um, I have seen some people, they'll start small where
Yeah.
it's just like a sticker club or whatever.
Right.
Um, and that's cool and everything. I feel like you have to have a pretty big following
Yes.
to get that
Yeah. I
10%
get
though.
that
Like,
impression. Yeah,
mhm.
definitely.
'Cause
Definitely.
and I think that's like that in almost every social media platform. You have
Mhm.
maybe like a 5 to 10% follow through of the following that you have.
Right.
So if you've got like 2,000 people, you can count on having like 12 patrons
Right.
or,
Yep.
maybe 20, right?
Right.
You have to almost have like a large following to kind of
Yes.
draw enough of a crowd that it's worth your time.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So for now, I'm just gonna be creating, and I
Yeah.
enjoy it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I find it so interesting too, like people's ideas of success, right?
Mm.
Like what would success look like for you? Um, Just
Oh, for
like
me.
being able to paint every day, would that be like what you
Yeah.
consider
I
success?
would
Yeah.
say, like, I feel like success would be able to just live off of my art.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like,
Hmm.
but I feel like sometimes that's kind of like a fantasy, you know?
Mm,
That would be hard to
hmm.
accomplish. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, at this point, I'm just happy with when I get to sell a painting or
Hmm.
even a print.
Hmm.
I'm pretty content with that. But yeah, I would love to just be able to live off my art someday if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, that'd be
everybody
cool.
feels that way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. I think most artists, that's definitely like their metric for success.
Hmm.
Um, and I thought it's actually really interesting to see the stats like of how many people actually do that. And
Mm.
it's definitely less than
Oh
5%.
yeah. Yeah.
Like it's
That's a tough
such a
thing to achieve.
small, yeah, it's such a
Right.
small amount of people that actually get to do that. Which I found comforting because it's like
Hmm.
it's not really me or
Right.
it's like it's just not something that's easy to
Yeah,
monetize, right?
no. Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm, pretty successful, like, with where I'm
Yeah.
at, but,
Hmm.
like, that would
That's
be
good.
amazing, like,
Oh,
to
totally.
just paint all day,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, it would be tricky. It's definitely be tricky
Yeah.
because I think we're in a weird time, right? Where fashions don't really change much.
Mhm.
Like even if you look at like car
Right.
types, they don't
Yeah,
change much. Like
it's
when we
true.
were kids, like every couple of years, there were
Yeah.
shifts, like big shifts where it was like this is in style and now this is in style.
Right.
And there was always this sense of we're being propelled forward.
Yeah.
Whereas now I feel like there's there's
Yeah.
no mainstream culture.
Yeah, it's true.
it's
I've
it's so
noticed that.
divided. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like really any difference between now and 10 years ago
Yeah. Yeah.
stylistically.
Yeah.
Like
Like
because
anything goes with
yeah,
style.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really I'm sure there's still like the tastemakers out there, but
Mhm.
it's not the same.
Yeah,
It's not the
no.
same as when we were younger
Yeah,
and
no.
there was like even just when I think I saw a YouTube video about that forest green color
Oh, okay.
that was so popular for so
Yes.
long.
Okay. I know what you
Everything was forest green from like
yeah.
wallpaper to like cars and
Yeah.
interiors and it just
Yeah.
isn't I don't know. I don't know what the color is now.
Was that the 70s? Like, when it was olive green? Like, it was like the
Oh, there was an
refrigerators
olive
were
green.
there was an olive green and yeah.
Definitely. There was
Yeah.
the whole wood veneer thing too
Oh,
in the
yeah.
70s, right?
Yep, that was
Where
terrible.
it was so bad.
Yeah.
But it was so that time period, and when you see it,
Yes.
it, like, brings you back.
Yeah, you're
But
like,
n
"Oh."
yeah, it's nostalgic, right? Like,
Mhm.
that's how you make
Right.
nostalgia is, like,
Right.
having those set differences, and I don't feel
Yeah.
like that really happens anymore, like,
Right.
if you look back at, like, 10 years ago, it doesn't look any different than
Yeah,
now.
no. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's kinda weird. I was like my kids were talking about the '90s and how cool were the '90s, and I was like, "I was there, man. It was, like, not that cool."
Yeah, no.
But then there is, like, such a difference in music and
Mhm.
culture and that you just I don't yeah, I
Right.
don't really see that anymore.
Yeah, no. Yeah, yeah, it's almost like you don't even have to change your wardrobe now. Like,
No.
you can just keep wearing the same clothes you wore 10 years ago.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we probably would anyway because 'cause we're old.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so true.
Right? It's like, I'm not changing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know if it fits me, I'll wear
Yep.
it. Yeah. I will change from like this size to that size. Okay, but
Right?
like
But
I don't really couldn't change very much now. But yeah, it's super weird because you think with all of the influx of influencers and everything that
mhm.
there would be like a common thread, but there isn't.
Yeah,
Not
no.
not that I can really tell.
Yeah. No, yeah, now that you say it, that's very true.
Yeah. Yeah, and that leaves, like, artists in sort of a good place. It's sort of a weird
Mhm.
place because how do you appeal like, you have to almost make your own thing
Mhm.
appeal to I don't know, it's super
People.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Because there's no, like, set thing that people want, you know?
No, there's no, like, Lisa Frank,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? Like, when we were
No.
kids, it was like
Yeah.
everybody had to have that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But
Or
yeah.
even, Thomas Kincaid, like,
Mhm.
a few years
Mhm.
ago too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not there's no yeah, I don't know what it is. It becomes very strange, right? Like
Mhm.
I think the only artist that I feel like is creating work that is kind of cultural and kind of timely is maybe James Jean.
Oh, yeah, yes.
You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like his work is um very whatever the flavor of today
Mhm.
is. It kind of has that like illustrative quality and
Mhm.
like that innocence, but it's also kind of dark and morbid.
Right. Right.
Um, yeah, I would say like that's the only painter I can or only artist that I can think of that
Right.
is really kind of timely.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Seriously. So anything
Yeah.
goes now.
Yeah, basically. I mean, in some ways that's good, but in some ways it's
Mhm.
like, again, how do you get like that mass appeal? Which with art,
Right.
I feel like you really, if you want to make lots of money, you have to
Yeah.
have like
You
some
have
kind
to
of
have
mass
that.
appeal.
Yep.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, like, even that just popped into my head was, Margaret Keane back in
Hmm.
the
The big
60s,
eyes.
70s with the big eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, she was pretty
Hmm.
big and yeah.
Hmm. I know I started watching that and I'm terrible for like uh just yeah, like getting distracted and being like, "Well, I'll
Mm.
watch the rest of this later." And then I
Right,
went
right.
back to watch the rest of it and it wasn't free anymore
Oh,
on whatever
no.
app I was on, and I was
Oh,
like, "This is so dumb.
oh,
How
that's
much do I have to
annoying.
pay?"
And then you're like,
To
"Ah,
be
I'm not gonna pay it." Yeah.
No, I was like, "I'm already paying for
Right?
your services, like, why?" Oh, man, that really
Oh,
ticks me off because
that's
I
annoying.
have so many streaming services, and I'm like, "One of you has gotta have the rest of this
I
movie. I'm
know.
already paying you guys."
Oh
Like
my goodness.
yeah, it was very frustrated.
Oh, that is.
Um,
Yeah, that's
but
happened to me before where I go to watch something and I'm like, "Oh, I have time," and then it's not
yeah.
there and you're like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna pay for
Uh,
something else."
and I'm always looking for, like, art-related movies. I think
Mm,
other than that one really struck me because,
mm,
like you say, she was, like, such a movement,
mhm.
and, um, she she was, like, your quintessential female artist. It's
Right.
like, doesn't wanna, like, get out in front and chat it up, but he
Yep.
had that.
Yeah.
And,
So he used that.
he was able to chat
Yep.
everyone up and kinda get
Yep.
that, interest in her work, and,
Right.
um, yeah, but the whole having to fight for her work. I was right at the
Mhm.
point where it was, like, getting good, where it was
Aw,
where it was,
man.
like where she was, like, realizing that he's the charlatan that he
Right.
is,
Oh, man, that
and
was, like, right
yeah.
at the end, I
I was
think.
like, right, I'm like, oh my god, oh, I just
Right.
wanted to see the last few minutes, and but I was like, "I gotta go to work, I'll watch this later." Yeah,
Oh, oh, that
yeah.
stinks.
So,
Well, maybe someday
like
you'll finish it.
yeah. So, if anybody knows where to find it for free, like, comment, 'cause
Right?
I'm too stubborn to pay the $5 to
Yeah. Oh,
Prime
totally.
for it
Totally.
now.
Yeah.
Like, jeez, Prime.
Ah,
And, yeah, but, like, another good one I watched recently was, uh, the one with I'm so terrible with names, but
that's okay. Me too.
he's like he was the Green Goblin in Spider-Man. I forgot what is his name?
Oh,
He's
Daniel Defoe?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you for having a good
Okay.
so he was playing Van Gogh. Um,
Oh, okay.
that
I've
was
never
really
seen
good
that, but
one. Okay.
I was interested in that one.
Yeah, I liked
Oh.
it. I mean, I like weird movies, but I thought it was just I always thought that he committed suicide. That was always
Mm.
what I was told, and I didn't realize till I watched that movie that there was such a such a wide interpretation of what
Oh.
his death could have been.
Oh,
And
interesting. Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
Huh.
I didn't know it either. Like all I've ever read was that he killed himself.
Yeah.
And, but what that movie kind of highlights is he'd made a lot of enemies in the little town that he
Okay.
was in because he's a psycho.
Right?
And like at one point, he's like crossing paths with this young girl on a road, and he's like, "I want to paint you," and he's like getting so in her face,
Oh, no.
like almost
Oh,
I think he
gee.
assaulted,
Right?
but
Oh my
like
goodness.
not in a I don't think it was in a rapey way,
Right?
but
But
like
he
but
was
just very
scary.
intense and very scary. And
Right?
so yeah, I guess he'd gotten shot in the stomach.
Oh,
Yeah, and so like
gee.
who tries to kill themselves that way?
Yeah.
Right? Like you
Interesting.
don't.
Right. That's
Um,
interesting.
yeah, so
Huh.
I guess he was out painting, and they figure someone who was mad at him shot
Okay.
him and like got him in the stomach, and it took him
Wow.
days to
Uh,
die.
yeah, I had heard that it took him days, but I
Hmm.
didn't know like the circumstances of it. I'd
Yeah.
never looked into it. Wow. Oh,
Yeah. It really
the poor
kind
guy.
of reframed it for me, like,
Mhm.
oh, like, yeah, he was unstable, but
Mhm.
he wasn't trying to take his own
Right.
life.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, so I'm like, "Oh, well, that's interesting." And I mean, no one really knows for sure, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Gee.
it did kinda color it a little differently for me.
Mm. Wow.
Uh, but do
Yeah,
you
the
have any
only
art movies you recommend?
oh, well, what just came up into my head. Okay,
Yeah.
so I I don't know, like, did you ever watch, Doctor Who? Like, not the present Doctor Who, but maybe the one from early 2000s or,
Right, yeah.
but
I think I know the one you're talking about
yeah.
with Van where he takes
Yeah,
Van
with
Gogh to
Van
sleep.
Gogh. I
Oh
love
my
that
gosh, that
episode.
scene. Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I cry at the end,
Every
like
time I watch
it was
it.
so emotional, like, him bringing him in there and seeing his works and how much it means to everyone, and that was
Yeah,
just it was just amazing. I love that.
yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah,
I wish that I feel like there's a few artists where it's like they didn't like Sargent never
right,
really got um the accolades he deserved at the
right.
time. Like he was
Yeah,
just kind of
he
a
was
working
kinda looked
artist.
down on, like,
Yeah,
nobody
they're like,
thought
"What
of him as
are
a
you
real
doing here?"
artist, and it's
Mhm.
crazy.
And he
Yeah.
was super intense too, where if he was painting someone's portrait, he
Mhm.
would sit there, he would paint it for hours, and he had so many patrons that were mad at him for this, and he
Right.
figured if he didn't get the likeness in a sitting, he'd just wipe it off.
Right.
He was like, "If
I
you
had read
can't
that. It's crazy.
yeah, if I can't capture the likeness in one sitting, then we're not trying it. We'll
Yeah.
just restart." And I'm
Ah,
like, that is so crazy.
I
Like,
know.
I'm like,
Crazy.
that's insane. I would not do that.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I have done that, but I wouldn't do that
Like in
personally.
person. Imagine
Not
in
for a
person.
client.
No.
No. No.
That
No,
is
and
really
be like,
eccentric.
well, now you have to sit again for another 10 hours. Like,
I know.
that's awful.
I know.
I mean, we do have that luxury of just being able to snap a photo, but
Right. Yep.
you know, and work from that. But I feel
Yeah.
like it can be kind of misleading
Mhm.
a lot of times. Like
Yep.
photos can be very misleading for the
Oh,
artist.
definitely. Yes. Yep. It's different
Hmm.
than sitting in person for sure. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Although painting in person makes me so anxious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've only ever painted still lifes in person. I've
Mm.
never done like a portrait in person, but I think it would stress me out.
Yeah,
Like,
it
yeah.
stresses me out. I'm always just like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
You know? Like, I just feel so bad for the
And then
person
the
sitting.
idea if like there's people there watching,
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh, I know. I can't
that would
handle it.
that would stress me out.
Yeah. It's like, "Don't look at this. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
burn it now."
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that, but I know I need to do more of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about it
It's
before and like
Mhm.
I've even like asked like my daughter, I'm like, "Will you let me paint you?" And she's like, "No." So like,
Aw.
well, all right.
Okay, well, I asked. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
at least I
Never
asked.
gonna do that again.
Yeah.
Well, if you do have any artist friends, that's a good way to do it, is
To do
like,
it right.
yeah, be like, "Okay, we're all gonna just, sit here and,
Yeah.
you know," and you just I really liked drawing
Mhm.
more than painting.
Right.
Um, and just like being able to capture form
Right.
quickly, like with
Yep.
those like 15-minute poses,
Oh,
I
yeah,
found
that's
that
really
was
cool.
really, really beneficial.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and I know that there are online things that you can participate in, but again, like just getting
It's
away
not
from
in
the
person.
lens,
Yeah.
no. You kind
Yeah.
of want to get away from the lens thing.
Yeah.
That gives you so much distortion.
Right.
Um, where yeah, I know I struggle with that. I struggle with
Yeah.
that too because I feel like I'm
Right.
imposing.
Yep. I know, it's like I've thought about it,
Hmm.
asking my friends and stuff, but then I'm like, "Ah,
Hmm.
no." I
Yeah.
don't know if they
Do you have
would.
like Do you have, like, a group of people that are in your, in real life that you feel like are people you can talk to about art? Or
Like, not really. I do have one friend that, we've been friends, since, like, I think elementary school, and she's also an artist. She does, like, more abstract,
Mhm.
works, and I've, like, visited with her before at her gallery and stuff, so that's kinda cool
Oh,
to be
cool.
able to go in
Yeah.
person and just, like, talk the talk and stuff like that. But besides her,
Mhm.
I really don't have anyone else, like, um, I do have some friends that they'll ask me questions about art,
Mhm.
and I can tell they're really, like, wanting to know, which is kinda a cool thing to have, but as far
Totally.
as, like, other artists to be able to talk, like, about art and all the things, not really.
Mm. No.
Yeah, it's just
I know.
basically, like, online, you know?
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, that's my experience too. I think that we see so much like artists,
Mhm.
and we just assume there's a lot of artists. out
Right.
there, but I think we're still a very small portion of any
Yeah.
population.
Yep.
Because if you actually walk out your front door and you try and find like serious professional artists who are like working every day and
Mhm.
that's not common. It's
Yeah,
still
no.
not common, right? Like,
Right.
yeah, it's such a hard thing to dedicate yourself to.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially if you
Mm.
live, like, not in a city area. Like,
Mhm.
I feel like, if I lived closer to Boston or something, it would probably be
Right.
easier to interact with other
Mhm.
artists, but I live in kind of a countryish town, so
Yeah.
it's really not anything.
I find that too. I mean, I'm in Canada and I'm in a very blue collar area that's
Mhm.
quite rural. Um, so I don't find I guess you would say it's like an artist desert too.
Right.
Um, but I feel like Canada in general can be like that.
Oh, okay.
Just because we are quite a small population.
Mm.
Um, yeah, and this is something I constantly complain about. I'm like, if I just moved to the States, there's so many more portraits. Like, portraiture
Right.
is more of a thing there. Like, yeah. And I find I ship a lot of my work
To the
south.
States.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
it's just
Mhm.
um, not really, Canada's culturally not the same
Okay.
in a lot of ways. Like a lot of
Huh.
people just go, "Oh, Canada's like us."
Right.
In some ways, yes, but in a lot of those kind of ways, no.
Right,
Um,
right.
whereas, when yeah, I find like in the States, there's a lot more people that are interested in art that,
Mhm.
frequent art galleries, especially when you're talking about certain city areas,
Right.
right? Like there's just more of a culture around it
Right.
than here, where I feel like
Huh.
Canada is a lot more utilitarian, um,
Okay.
and doesn't really like even our architecture, um,
Hmm.
is notoriously ugly,
Oh,
like
wow.
very ugly. And
Oh, man.
yeah, it's just not at all built for um drawing in a crowd, let's say.
Right, right.
It's
Okay.
like I find that it's like almost intended to repel people. We don't want
Okay.
anyone gathering here. Like just I don't know, maybe that's just my perception, but I just feel like there's just not a lot of very beautiful things that
Right.
people
Oh, that's
create here.
interesting.
Which is
Huh.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
there's a lot more of a focus on like nature and outdoor activities versus culture, right?
Mhm.
Because we are kind of, I think primarily there's only three major cities in Canada, right?
Okay.
So we're not the same in that context, like culturally speaking.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so like when you talk about Boston, you talk about New
Mm.
York, you talk about like Philadelphia. I would love to go
Mhm.
to Philadelphia because they've got a huge pre-Raphaelite collection,
Oh, yeah.
at a
Yes.
museum there. And it's like that stuff does not exist in Canada.
Oh,
There's
wow.
like
Okay.
one museum, and that was the National
Right, where you
Art
went. Okay.
where I went in Ottawa.
Jeez.
Um, and I don't know of any other museums that really um, do anything like close to that in
Mhm.
Canada. Whereas, um, like if you were to go, every city has a museum or an art gallery, but they focus on um, history more,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay.
Where they would kind of carry more like historical
Oh, I
stuff.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
pioneers
Right.
or and maybe they'll show a local artist's work, but
Okay.
it's
It's not the
not
same,
like
like,
it's not the
the
same.
mass you're not gonna see the masters there and stuff like that.
Never.
Right,
Never.
right, right.
No, no, never. And that's why I bring it up because I think that's something that maybe people don't know about Canada is
Mm,
we're
yeah,
quite a bit different culturally like that.
right.
Um, Whereas I know because I've had my work in some museums in the States. There's like huge museums all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is. We probably take it for granted, it sounds like. Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
only
it
ever went
changes.
to Canada once as a kid, and I don't really remember it, and we went to
Hmm.
Montreal for
Yeah.
just a weekend. Yeah.
Oh, Montreal's beautiful.
Yeah.
Montreal is like one of my favorite cities. I grew up in Vancouver, and then I
Okay.
would say Montreal is the closest thing to Vancouver, but bigger. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
And there's probably some really cool museums there too. I just
Right,
didn't get a chance to go there, but
right.
yeah, that's that's one interesting thing about Canadian artists versus American artists is I think
Hmm.
we kind of struggle with feeling
Right.
relevant,
Oh,
right?
man, and I know so many Canadian
Hmm.
artists, like, and I never thought
Yeah.
of that. That's enlightening, you know?
Hmm. And yeah, like that. And most of the people, like I know Morgan, Edith, um, and there's a few other Canadian artists that I know of that work in like that figurative realm where
Mhm.
we primarily our collectors are somewhere else.
Right, right.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Uh, so yeah, it's really interesting. Like, yeah, it's been fascinating to kind of
Yeah,
see that difference.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we have the internet now, so you're
Right?
not, like, all by yourself.
No, and I feel like I because of the internet, it's kind of made me a different person than I
Mm,
probably would have been as an
right.
artist because it takes so long to learn something from
Oh,
books and
yeah.
reading, right? Like
Oh,
um
definitely.
just getting that feedback from people, even just like how we were nerding out about paint and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all stuff
Right,
that I've just learned either through experimentation or from
right.
people sharing on the internet.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good tool.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's great way to connect people. Oh, and yeah, I haven't actually shown any of your work here because I do want people to go and connect with your work. What is the best
Okay.
way to connect with your work? Where would
Um,
you lead people?
Probably Instagram. I
Hmm.
frequent that a lot, so
Hmm.
our Mayu art, is my handle.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. And do you
Yeah.
have anything cool coming up that you want to share with the good people of the internet?
Um, yeah. So I mentioned it earlier, so we have a small, like, a tiny auction, like, tiny
Mhm.
artwork. Wait, what is it called? Tiny treasures,
Tiny
our auction
treasures.
in June. And oh wait, so I'm gonna be painting like 4 by 6 inch, and I found these cute frames on
Oh, I love
Amazon.
it. Those are
So I'm gonna use
adorable.
that. Yeah. So
Aw,
that's
that's so
like
fun.
a project that I'm working on right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
like a theme for this one or is it just
Uh,
small?
no, it's just like open-ended.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
I think I want to do like just kind of a like woodsy
Yeah.
um like theme, and yeah,
Very
so I
nice.
actually have some ideas in mind, maybe of doing like some deer in the woods, like maybe
Mm,
white glowing, like something you wouldn't see in nature but more fantasy.
yeah,
And
I
of
like it.
course some ladies in
Mhm.
some gowns. Yeah.
Nice. And
Yeah.
do you take a lot of your own reference or like where do you draw inspiration?
So I use Howard Lyon, uh,
Okay.
and you know him, of
I
course.
know his work, yeah.
Yes, but he has some really great references.
Hmm.
They're just like perfect, just like what I'm looking for.
Hmm.
Um, And then I do find a lot of animal reference on a site called Pexels that
Okay.
is
Mhm.
free reference.
Mhm.
So I like going on there for my
Nice.
references. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
usually just like tweak it a little bit
Mhm.
um, while I'm painting, so it's not like exact. But
Mhm.
yeah,
That's hard to do.
yeah.
I have a hard time doing that. I'm
Sometimes it
like,
doesn't work out. Like I have like a thought in my head, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and like hopefully it works.
yeah, hopefully,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah,
yeah, I find that very difficult tweaking in the moment.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh no, I get all stuck.
Right.
Oh geez, yeah. Yeah, but okay, and like so how should people find your auction? Do you want them to go to the Instagram and then find
Oh yeah. I
your
mean,
auction site?
on my Instagram, on my profile, I do have a link to the auction site. But if they're on Facebook, it's just Heartful Soul Art Collective on Facebook, so they can join that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's great. That's a great way to collect some little pieces, make a pretty little
yeah,
gallery wall and do all
yeah,
that fun stuff.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So I encourage everyone to go out there, check out Regina's work and your collective's work because they're a bunch of
Hmm.
different artists, right?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot
Hmm.
of amazing
Hmm.
artists on there. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, totally. Hopefully get some new collectors in there for you. Like
Yeah, that'd be
it's
great.
yeah, it's really interesting. Like I feel like that whole collective world is something maybe not everyone knows about. Like
Hmm. Yeah,
it's
I feel like
I
some
don't
people probably don't.
know, and Facebook like really doesn't like it and
Yeah,
really tries to like hide it and repress
right,
it because you're kind of like you're not paying for ads, but
right.
there's an exchange of money, and anytime they don't get their 2 cents out of you,
Yeah,
they don't like that.
right.
So, even if you're like you even if you're not maybe into it, but you wanna give Regina a little boost, like, just go and like the page because Facebook really tries to repress the collectives, so
Yep.
that's my little, like, "Hey, hey," pitch
Right.
to
Hey, go
people,
on there.
like
Thank
yeah,
you.
they're yeah, it's a good way to connect with real artists, who are alive.
Yep.
And, yeah, and like I say, social media doesn't love it, so
Right.
it's always good to kinda support, even with a like, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
definitely.
yeah. A like and a follow and all that stuff. I don't actually say that in my videos because I don't want to be that person that's like, subscribe. Like you
Right.
don't know any of that. Like everybody knows that by now.
Right. Right.
But definitely like and subscribe to to the artists that I feature. And if you like our chats, cool, do that here too if you want to see more, but like I personally hate that when people pitch
Hmm.
that on YouTube all the time. I'm like,
I know. It's like,
we all
I
know.
think we know that by
But
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for hammering it home for the thousandth time. But yeah, definitely go check out Regina and check out her work. And thank you for just hanging out and chilling
Oh, yeah. This was fun.
like wow,
I
we're
know.
like almost at that 3 hour mark.
Wow.
So
I can't believe it. It
it's
went by so
crazy.
fast.
Oh, that's good. I'm
It's probably
glad.
because we were chatting about stuff we love.
Right? Yeah, and
Yeah.
I know, like, we don't get to do that very often. I feel like a lot of artists just are, like, starved for somebody to
Right.
just, like, talk to about the strangest things. I've
Yeah.
tried to talk to my husband about art stuff, and he's
Right.
like, "I don't know, man,
Yeah,
like,
they get
why
a
are you talking?"
glazed look
Yeah.
on their face, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Like, but I need to tell you about chromatic black.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really important. Right.
Yeah. It's relatable. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So thank you for hanging out with me
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
hang out with the good people here who are probably
Yeah,
also hanging out at their easels.
I know.
So
Thank you, everybody.
yeah. Yeah, totally. Well, our next person, I believe it's Robert Sullivan, and
Oh, wow, that's exciting.
yeah, I know, right? I'm
That's
so excited.
awesome.
So, yeah, so I'm really excited about that. Gonna get to talk to him about his work, and yeah, he's a super awesome dude. I think for the last 3 chats, I've mentioned Robert.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, yeah, he's a
I'm
big,
like,
big
"I
guy.
like this guy."
That's
Yeah, so
awesome.
he's coming on, and so he's been super, super like a big influence on me, and so I'm really excited to get to chat with him.
Awesome. That's
Yeah, so I
great.
hope everybody tunes in for Robert. Now or either live or not live, that's totally fine. But yeah, so we'll see everybody next week. And I believe it's a Monday. I think it is a Monday. And yeah, I think I'm gonna try and keep it to Mondays if I can. Um, we'll see. We'll see how this as soon as I say that is like gonna change. So hopefully. Yeah, so all right. Well, you have a great rest of your day, everybody, and we'll chat with another living artist next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
All righty.